All right, and I'm back. The DTs indeed, Shadow Will. All right, guys. Oops. Only 12 players checked in. Wow. So far. 20 players signed up. Okay, here we go. 12 checked in. Oof. Hopefully we get more. We have so far who's signed up, but I don't know who's checked in. We have Apple Juice, Aurelian, Classic, Dark, Dash, Yumiho, Hanmano, Into the Farmy, Into the Inno, Genoa. I'm saying I said Genoa every time before. Mio Micah signed up. MKS Monster, Oxypedo, Rex, Quanta, Chance, Sue, the Mohawk, and Trigger. Trigger signed up. Not checked in. But yeah. Alrighty. All right, ladies and germs. We're waiting for it to start. We're not quite there. We got looks like the ducklings are on too. We got Chicken Man, Balmolf, Steadfast, and who else? Into the so far. Alexander Enke, Portuguese cast. And we'll see what happens. You're in I Am Cheese? Oh boy. Let's take a look here. Got 2 minutes left. Only 12 players still checked in. Hanmano didn't check in. Boy. Wow, there's like 5 casters for like 6, 7 casters for like 12 players. I hope that's not the case. You guys wanted me to cover it, but that song reminded you of Fight Club, the previous one. Well, we're getting closer to it. This is going to be a small one. Katowice is coming up as well. What am I doing? I'm casting ESL, but we're waiting for events. We are waiting. We are waiting. It will be starting soon, folks. Damn, I'm actually starting to regret this a bit. Well, maybe not. It should be fun still. We got some really good players. Not surprised with I Am. Your family just got home. You're out. See I Am Cheese. Oh boy, guys. Well, we'll see what we get. All right, guys. Looks like we have a lot of walkovers. Holy shit. Big Sag. Dark got a walkover too. Oh my god. Rex got a walkover. Classic got a walkover, and Sue got a walkover. All right, let's see who I get. Trying to get a Janelle. All right, guys, let's fucking go. Sue could make it. Fleetwood Mac, yeah, rumors is good shit. 15 minutes is walkover. Steadfast and Bale pick some. I think I'm going to cover Janelle. And it is Janelle versus into the Farmy. Unless he doesn't show up here. All right, so we're going to do Janelle versus Into the Farmy. Got some sick players tonight. Walkover is 15 minutes. All right. I've not seen Into the Farmy. This is going to be interesting. He's a 5460 Korean. Let's see what race he is. Protoss. ZVP. Zerg versus Protoss. Let's go. All right, here we go, guys. All right, we're good about to start here. Let's go. Actually, Yetimus Spaghettimus may join me. Well, I guess there's a mouse issue with Genio, so I'm going to take a leak. I'm going to take a leak, and then we're going to get back into this. All right, chat, just waiting. We will be good after. Dark Rexuno point. Yeah, they have to. They have been advanced, Gene Sim. You're not wrong. Sorry about that. I was just communicating with the players here. All right, we got our first match. Sorry for that. Yeti will join from the casino. Yeah. Oh, I didn't realize he was still at the casino. That's right. That's funny. That would be hilarious. Anyway, yeah, I made an ass out of myself. Because I didn't realize I was not talking to 3-point. I was talking to Genio. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Neo Humanity. Representing StarCraft 2 community in something. Whatever. It is into the Farmy and the Teal. And his opponent in the bottom right, representing Team NV. It is Genio in the green. So we got ourselves... I was way wrong in the matchup. It says PVT. I just am a little shot, so bear with me. I think old man Dave's gotten a little crazy here lately. Alright, with that said, little pylon scout from into the Farmy. He's a 5.4 to 5.5k Korean Protoss player. I do believe Genio is the favored player. Oh, Probe is extra caught. Oh no, a little bit of twerking, derping, and getting hit. He's going to be caught in here. Sees the double gas opener. Probe is not going to get out though, I don't think. He's trying to. That was just a debate. That was just a debate. It is just going to be a core before Nexus from our Protoss player, by the way. As we saw in the production tab, and now we finally have a game. Factory is down and scouted, but pretty obvious there. And there is a recall of Mr. Probius. Alright. Cybercore is going to complete. We do have an Adept opener from Genio. He is going into Warp Gate, so probably not a Stargate opener from our Protoss player. But a standard opener nonetheless. Reaper is on its way out. Adept not quite done. We do have some long distance mining, it looks. Oh, we did have some long distance mining. Oh, it's just the probe that returned. He's going to correct that and go into Twilight before unit. So that chrono boost is not going to be fully optimized for the next unit, but that's okay. Reaper going to go, ooh, cheekily into the Reaper wall, but guess what? It's blocked. Cannot do so. Adept is going to chill here for a minute. And Reaper is going to disengage for a moment. Oh, Probe in a little bit of trouble, but is going to get away. It's going to be a 2 Adept opener. Robo in the wall. That's a 1-gate Twilight Robo. Let's see what we got in store here. Alright, Starport coming down. Just Marines in production. Oh no, it's actually Reapers and Hellions. Okay, it is Reapers and Hellions, so our Protoss player is going to go for another gate anyway. With this, he's going into charge. What a spicy meatball. He's going right into charge. We don't usually see this in EPT ages. And he's only got 2 gas saturation, like literally 2 probes saturating 2 gases for the moment. Welcome, Matcherino. Oh, man. Reaper Grenade's going to block, get the wall for sure. Another one going to come down. Definitely not helping this situation. Those 2 Adepts get Shrek. Pylon going to buy some time, but it's not going to be canceled. Or is it? Is it going to be canceled? Oh, it's killed. Into the farm, we getting some work done. Warp Gate did just finish. 1 Stalker's all that's there. I wouldn't hate some, you know, like if you're going to lose some workers. Well, I guess if one of the Hellions didn't fall. If one of the Hellions fell, he could have surrounded with the workers. But man, this is devastation. 16 workers have fallen for our Protoss player. Even with what appeared to be a decent hold. It was the one gate opener. It was a bit of a problem. And honestly, the 1-1 on gas is a little alarming. This may be scouted, but there is going to be a Raven Cyclone follow-up. And it is Chargy Boys. 2 more gates have fallen down. And, well, I don't know what these SCVs were for before, but all the Reapers are down. He's going to go in for a scout. See, there's nothing on gas. That is a really weird scout of Genio. So only 1 probe on gas on the Protoss side of things. This is a weird game, guys. I think we were just going for a charge a lot all in on the Protoss side, but the fact that he lost so much, that's insane trades. A little bit of a greedy opener from into the farmy. Warp Prism is out and just a Stalker available. Oh, Warp Prism taking that's a dead Warp Prism too. This could just be over pretty quickly, pretty much. Yeah, that's a dead Warp Prism when you're going for a charge a lot all in and not the trades we were looking for at all on the Protoss side of things. It looks like one of my games right now recently. No, I'm just kidding. Farmy had a great idea, but unfortunately just didn't have the defense from his build. Literally just 1 on gas, and that was before because he was SCV. Who would expect 2 SCVs to come in with that? That was wild. All right, a Stalker and 2 Zealots in this. Pretty funny stuff. So it looks like he was going pretty all in for the moment, but basically he lost enough. Lost enough workers, but this certainly is not going to work as well. Oh man, look at this in eBay. Look at how walled off this is against charge lots. A Viking and 3 Cyclones with a Siege Tank and a Banshee. There's nothing on gas, so there's not going to be money for observers. This looks like it's a possibility of a pretty quick one, folks, in game number 1. I like the idea, but in this situation, I don't know. There's 2 Stalkers and a bunch of Zealots against the Terran wall. Ooh, Cyclone gets a lock on. Warp Prism disengages for a moment. The Viking still up. Viking falls, but it kills the Warp Prism. Let's go. That was a huge catch for Genio. GG, into the farmy is down, and that is it.
Who wants to have some fun?
Hey, thank you, Pilly Pilly. Thank you for the raid, Pilly Pilly.
Imagine simping.
Oh. I gotta add your fucking thing to that bot, too. Maybe I'll have time in between this. Hope you're doing good, Mr. Pilly Pilly. Thank you so much for the raid. All right, we're going on to game number 2. Moving on to game numero 2. Hope you had a good stream. All right, here we are on to game numero 2. Any second now. Anyway, here we are. Spawning in the upper right-hand corner, representing StarCraft 2 community into Thuan, into the clan. It is into the farmy. And the teal. And his opponent in the bottom left, representing Team NV, give it up for Genio. And the green. our Terran player who's up a point. Another pylon scout from Into the Farmy who tried doing a charge lot all in, but man, he got just destroyed by that double gas opener. It is a bold move, but he just didn't have enough defense. I really think he should have stayed on gas for a while, got some more units. Maybe not rush that rush the robotics facility so much for the War Prism right off the rip, and you know, he would have had some more defense there to hold it, but he just had 2 adepts. And if nothing else, full walled off, I guess, would be the better way earlier. Anyway, that said, he's getting some good probe micro this time. He's going to start taking some hull damage, though, immediately after. We'll see what happens. Oh, too funny. More hull damage done to this poor little probie from the guy building the barracks there. Pretty funny stuff. Man, Janelle really hates probes, as we saw in the last game, as he bodied a bunch. Well, let's see what happens here. Here's a gate cyber core opener. And, looking pretty standard still again this game. We'll see what happens. Maybe he'll do the same thing again, but it's another double gas opener. Hopefully he plays a little safer. I feel like if he just had a few more units, he would have held that just fine earlier on, and his charge lot build would be a little less flimsy. All right. Janelle with a pretty good scout. Reaper is well on its way. Adept is going to be out in time, however. And the Reaper is going on the high ground. That is a Reaper wall here. I do like that with Royal Blood. You get a nice little Reaper wall. Does the grenade work? Oh, the grenade trick worked. Good job from Genio. Anyway, Probe's going to clean up the Reaper. See what happens from here. And, well, it looks like it might be more of the same. Twilight into Robo Wall. It's going to be a Marine tank push this time. If he goes into chart, if he does the same thing again, this game may have different results. It is a 1-1-1, but he's going right into Marine tank. So charge would be quite good. He is actually doing the same thing. I don't like the Robo in the wall against this stuff. I never liked the Robo as part of your wall in PvT. Just because of the meta of double gas openers and how many times it's not a Widow Mine drop. It's good for Hellions, but these one base, well, not really one base, but you start out on one base tech lab builds can be pretty strong pushes. Dartboard is going to complete for our Terran player. Meanwhile, Warp Prism and Charge coming. Genio is gonna have to meet this pretty fast charge, to say the least. And he's looking for... I guess he's trying to check for a third, or maybe even a drop. 2 more gates going down. Protoss player is going to wall off this time. Blindly, but he is going to have charge pretty soon. 5 gates in production. And, yeah, he's going for a timing attack. Funnily enough, charge not done quite yet. 2 adepts in the stalker taking a beating. Don't want to see that. The tanks. Oh man, picked up in a medevac. They're gonna just push right out. Oh boy, this could be rough. Another War Prism going out. It's a double War Prism build. He's completely off gas, but 1-1 again. And we got Zoomy boys finishing up here very shortly. The tank's going to... Looks like they're going to go drop to get a position. Oh, nice catch. With that said, I think the War Prism went down from this Viking. Yeah, it did. That's a big loss for our Protoss player. So it was looking very good is not so good now. Oh, man. Zealots and tanks getting some good value. A couple pylons being dropped here. Reinforce and fix the supply issues. Oh, no, the War Prism getting shreked again by the Viking. There's only one stalker here, only a couple zealots fighting on this side. The bunker does have some extensive damage, but one of the zealots is going to be lost there. These are not the trades we're looking for. All right. think this guy is a big fan of charge lots, to say the least. He can warp in his stalker every here and there with the 2 gas mining. Tank's still alive. Oh my gosh. This medevac is going to go down with 2 tanks. The warp prism fell again, so that's 2 warp prisms falling. Oh man, this is a scrappy game number 2. Scrappy game number 1 as well. See what happens here. Just not that much Protoss, really. He's got a few more units for the moment, but Vikings are forced to land. One is taking a lot of damage. 2 bases, the 2 bases. And the warp prism is going to make its way out. Is it going to lift off and go into the main? Oh, he is. The Vikings landed. Means they're going to have to be raised again. They're not quite yet. Cyclone is out. Lots of units here. Can he drop these 2 zealots? At least, yes, he is. Will the warp prism stay? Yes, it will for the moment. However, there is a cyclone again. Oh my god. This game is looking pretty dicey. Lots of Terran SCVs falling. More warpings available shortly. Another stalker and more zealots warping in here. Very good stuff for a Protoss player. He's gonna go in. There's not. Oh no. That looks like a problem. Okay, never mind. Viking is taken down. Cyclone's extremely injured. Gonna have to be repaired. Come on, zealots, go attack the Cyclones. Killing the Cyclones is huge right here. Unstim Marine's not a big problem. Another warp prism coming out. GG is called. And the charge all in overwhelms him. In game number 2. So we're going to a game number 3. Very quickly. Very, very cool stuff. Very, very cool stuff. Going on to our 3rd map. Should be a banger game. Is it going to be the same thing from our Protoss? That'd be pretty hilarious. Because guess what? That means I'm going to steal that build. The keeping 2 workers on gas just for stalkers is kind of cheeky. Minimal stalkers, all zealots. So definitely an OG kind of PvT strategy right there, if I ever did see one. All right, anyway, with that said, we're going on to game number 3. And here we are. The score is 1-1. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Dragon Scales. Give it up for Into the Farmy in the teal. And his opponent in the bottom right. Representing Team NV. Give it up for Genoa. In the red. Or in the green. I said red. Players and their off colors when you're on EPTs makes you mauled sometimes. Gonna be another pylon scout again. Gonna be another Reaper wall again. Reaper still... yeah, there's still this wall here, but, you know, does narrow down the locations where they can come from. So not too shabby. Is it gonna be, yep, another double gas opener from our Terran player. But it should be scouted. Into the Farmy, gonna get some eyes on this. Wonder where 3-point is tonight, guys. Anyway. Is going to be a core before Nexus again. I'm just wondering if we're in for one-trick pony treat. Or not. Worked out well. Build order dependent last game. Okay, Pylon does check out. I think this does wall off pretty well on Dragon Scales for the low ground. And we'll see what happens here. All right, Reaper getting some value. Gonna go out, scout around, see if anything is amiss here. SCV Scout's actually kind of clutch. Another Adept opener. Let's see if Mr. Low Gas is going to do the same stuff or not. Reaper is going to make its way up the other Reaper cliff. Guess what? There's going to be an Adept waiting around the area. Oh no, actually, wow, that doesn't wall. It's the Zerg Cabal. No, I'm sorry. It's the Map Maker, whatever the hell. It's a 3-structure wall. That's... maybe if you have your... No? I don't know. I think you could if you had the pylon a little different, maybe. I have to look at Gemini's wall guide on this one. Which I've not done yet, which will probably help in some regards, but Adept's gonna shade back. Oh, and he catches the Reaper. That was a good catch if I ever did see one. Second Stalker coming out. Twilight Council finishing. Nothing just yet otherwise. There's going to be Reapers and Hellions again. This time a little more. It's going to be... oh, Gateway. He's going to blink this game. Being that he likes 2 base all-ins, I really wouldn't hate to see 4-gate blink. He doesn't look like he's quite set up for that. Adept and Stalkers going here. Adept's being microed or trying to be... helps clean up one of the Hellions. Does fall and takes out a Reaper. So it's going to be a 2-gate blink opener with the Robo as part of the wall. There's going to be a tank follow-up. So Marine tank, follow-up the tank. Oh my gosh, this is already rallied. So this has got a very early aggression from our Terran player. 2 Reapers actually getting some good work here. 1 Stalker going on the low ground. Do we have anything else warped in? There's probably nothing available yet. I think the Reapers will be cleaned up. Yep. Reapers have no shot of living. Alright, that said, okay, rallies are fixed. It is going to be a Banshee. Ooh, Marine tank Banshee build. This is going to be cheeky. Still, I don't hate the blink opener. And we do have double Forge. Looks like Protoss is posturing for a 3rd base eventually here. Trying to take advantage of the upgrade pseudo buff, but he doesn't realize there's a tank there as he takes some shields off a couple Stalkers. He's putting some pressure on. I like that he's going for a worker. Blink is going to finish up somewhere in this engagement. There is a tank on the high ground. Does some hull damage to one of them. Does some damage to the Marines, but a medevac should come out of here eventually. No, it's not going to come out eventually because he was going Banshees. Banshees are not scouted though, and it's going to be interesting from here. Charge. Follow up. I do like that. There's no observer coming out though. Don't like that so much. Oh, there is one with the army, but I guess we could have a recall available maybe if it still works out in terms of chronos. As long as he's not too greedy, he should be okay. I mean, the tank is a tell for the possibility of some cheekiness. Observer coming in. Is it going to be scouted? We'll see. Looks like it is. He does get a read on the tech lab on the starport, I think. Banshee going to get some work done. There is no cloak. Okay, recall is forced. And it's just the observer. Yeah, there's no cloak with this, so that was a little bit of mind games from our Terran player. Banshee taking some damage. Big push from Terran, however. 22 to 34 supply. And these are some really damaged Stalkers. He needs to back out. Oop, loses one. Sorry about that, guys. A little bit of an issue with sitting. All right. Charge is coming, and it's not going to be here soon enough. Can he chrono it out? Let's see. Oh my god, the Banshee's getting some work done. Wait, how many workers got killed? Let's take a look. 9 workers. Pylon's going to go down. The base looks in trouble. Stim's on the way, but not quite there. Charge will finish. There is a sentry and some zealots coming in. Robotic facility in trouble. There are 3 siege tanks here. No warp prism this time. And damn, just with a few units, that 3rd Nexus looks like it's in a lot of trouble. Nice aggressive blink forward onto the tanks. I don't know what these zealots are doing on the side. They're going for a run by. He's going to sack his 3rd. I don't know how much I agree with this. No, he had a little bit of miss micro, and that's going to cost him that. I think he guaranteed he could have saved that Nexus. It's going to go down. Oh, man, that's rough. That said, the Banshee's putting work on one of the pylons. And, well, it's 40 to 48 workers. Genio in a good spot for workers. Army supply looking pretty even. Terran getting some more out, but I wouldn't hate to counter-aggress immediately. Go push out Protoss. He did retain his robotic facility. He is supply blocked at 54 cap. And is not going to mine any gas other than his natural for the moment. He just wants to saturate. Okay, now he's getting some. And he does have +1 ground armor on the way. That really messed with his plans this game for sure. The fact that he lost his third is massive. Like, look at the trades. It is not looking good for Protoss this time. At the same time, Terran did lose a lot, but now that Stem's done, that's scary. Beautiful Sim City from Terran and the Nat. Nice tank placement on the high ground between the Nat and the main. But truthfully, it doesn't leave a lot for the backside. So, he's going for an Immortal. No, I hate the Immortal, but for a guy that went charged a lot all ends 2 games before, I really think he should have considered maybe, just maybe, going for a Warp Prism again. Okay, there it is, the 1-1 being chrono boosted out for Protoss. It's going to have shrunk gateway units. Let's see what happens. We do have a little Inquisition of Stalkers for some pressure on the right. 1 Zealot to check some of this out. It is going to be a huge push from Terran. 3 tanks, a bunch of Marines, and 4 medevacs with more all being produced. No Marauders. But there's no Colossi with this build, so this could be interesting. It's a boys pull. That's a 2 base all in. That said, the drop in the main is pretty rough. Another pylon looks like it's in trouble. And the medevac will be escorted out, so that's an additional issue. Oh, kind of nice micro. He's picking up. Actually, the more Marines that go down are good, but catching the medevac would be pro bono. Actually, the Immortal may help a little here, but this relies on a lot. Protoss needs to not die to the tanks. There's a lot of stim bio here with combat shields, I think, too. Yes, it is. And no Warp Prism, like I said, so that Marauder looks, or Marauder Immortal looks like it's in trouble. Just pure Marine tank with medevacs. 2 of the gates going down to the robotics facility means GD. And Genio is going to advance. And I'm just updating the score to the admin. We'll see what happens from here. Oh, no. I'm going to quit. No. We're going into our next series. So Genio advances. He's going on to fight Classic. So we're going to go Classic versus Genio. And just waiting to see. They got to get their lobbies in. So we get a PVT again, this time against Classic. And Alexander Enke is casting as well. And we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. It's going to be a banger series. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick while we wait for the vetoes. Boom, boom, boom. And we have one soon. Neurotypical? I don't know, Rigatron. Probably. A little bit, maybe. I don't know. Why do you ask? I've never been diagnosed as such, but I'm sure that's the case. What was that? My guess is probably. I'm really tired is what I am. But yet I know I'm not going to be able to sleep because my sleep schedule's been off. I got really sick. I've also had a few bevs. We'll see what happens. So here we go, another TVP. Teamless right now. This is interesting. I thought he had apparently not on a team at the moment, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. Thought he was on Team NV for a bit. But he was on Alpha X for like ever. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. It is Classic in the blue on Gresfit. And his opponent in the upper left. Representing Team NV in the red, it is Janio, our Terran player. Very cool stuff. We'll see what happens. Why do you ask that, Rigatron? I don't know. Maybe I'm a little tired and like kind of like... I don't know. Listen. I had two options, chat. I either had a frontal lobotomy or a bottle in front of me. And I stick with that story. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, it's going to be a double gas opener again from Genio. Pretty in the meta stuff. Classic scouting for proxy racks. But is ultimately going to go scout ahead. And there's old Doggo right there. Look at old Doggo. Doggo just chilling there. Dog so OP, they're actually able to be seen in the fog of war. Let's see if he's still there. Nope, well, but it's just outside of the fog of war, I guess. Well, Classic doesn't make his way right in. It's going to be annoying right here. Getting little bits of damage here and there on things. Being a nuisance with this probe, to say the least. He knows what's up, but he knows it's a double gas opener. He scouted that factory. And he made his way in. Getting little bits of damage on little things. See, look at that. 392 on the supply depot. Thought he hit the reactor, but maybe not. Oh, is he going to get the SCV? What the hell? He's going to lose the probe, but guess what? Cumulatively, that actually works out a little better for our Protoss player. Those little bits of damage he did could actually help with something aggressive. Because I guarantee you, Genio is not going to repair a supply depot for that. El Clasico. What up, Yeti? And Yeti, I was not pressuring you for anything. I was just seeing if you wanted to. I may or may not be into Kirktown myself. For sure, Classic is a beast. All right, let's see what's going on here. Depth shading back. Yeah, is gonna get a couple hits, and gonna ooh. Does take out one of the Reapers. Hellion is in line as well. Let's see. So only one Reaper and two Hellions. Two more Reapers coming in. Let's clean it up. That Reaper was pretty big for Classic. Trades. Alright-ish, except for losing the Adept was rough. Still. One less Reaper at least, I guess, is all that Classic can really write home about. But he's got an Oracle out. And guess what can't shoot up? That's none of these units. However, Pulsar Beam does not last indefinitely. And will go down. The Hellions are going to make their way in. There is an Adept to help take this out. They do pretty good damage against Hellions. Okay, a little bit more Pulsar Beam is going to help. Can Classic clean this up before he loses any more probes? He lost 4. Oh, yes, he can. Bada bing, bada boom. 2 Marines marching across. What the hell? All right, that was a little aggressive from Genio. He may have had a misrally, but we'll see what happens. And we'll see what happens here. All right. Phoenix lifted off Mr. Reaper Man. He's going to make a kill with the Stalker. And straight to Robo Bay. Yo, this is cool. It's not Phoenix Colossus per se. It kind of is. The Stalker count out changes up. It is basically Phoenix Colossus. No, there's a third base. What is this? What is this, guys? All right. Again, only 12 players signed up tonight. So Yeti might be joining with us. But again, no pressure, Yeti. As we're saying in here. I'm trying to use Discord on my phone so I don't interrupt this interrupt as little as possible. I should be doing this stuff more. I'm just such a boomer with phones. Especially for an IT guy. I definitely can't type too well with it, but yeah. Doing the best we can here. All right, nice little push here coming in for Mon ami Genioa. But Shield battery very exposed in the front. Is going to be done by the time this push comes in. Extended thermal lance won't be up. There will be a disruptor from Classic. Very cool play out of Classic. We don't have Blink because we don't have a Twilight, but man, some pretty good hits here from our Protoss player. Nice force field segmenting this off. Stalker is taking a beating in the front. Sentry will fall. Disruptor is going to just zone this back. The cutie little... Oh, look at the cute little Purification Nova now. Damn. Battery overcharge is going to help the hold in the front, but we'll see what happens. And, yeah. Tank falls. We'll see what happens from the rest of this. Colossi is going to come out. Extended thermal lance obviously takes quite a bit longer. I think we're going to have another Nova available. And bada-boo! Nice split. Still catches 2 Marines. And it's Kurtdown, folks. Beautiful hold. GG. Classic takes it. All right, cool. So Yeti. Yeti Spaghetti is going to be joining me as my co-caster. Let's go, guys. You ready for some Yeti Spaghetti and Dave action for EPT for this debut premier co-caster? Co-casterness. We'll see what happens. Anyway, here we go. Going on into game number 2. What a beautiful hold, by the way. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Babylon. Give it up for Classic in the blue. And his opponent in the upper left. Representing Team NV, give it up for Genio. And the red. Very, very cool stuff. We'll see what happens. Okay, he's going gas first this time. He may not go for a double gas in this one. We'll see. He's going gas first, but still could be a bit of the same. No proxy racks, that's for sure. And a little bit of a Reaper Wall Sim City going on for Classic as we go on to this. Man, oh man. We got a game. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a double gas opener from Genio. He's just going for more gas a little earlier. All right. Mr. Probia scouting around. See what happens here. And yeah. So it is going to be a Reaper. Oh, not a Reaper. It's going to be a Marine. It is going to be Barracks Factory. It is going to be double gas, but I believe it's going to be still not quite as aggressive. So I'll have a CC a little earlier, but the probe's going to be a damn menace. Though he's not attacking. He's just trying to... Yeah. That was actually kind of a piss-poor scout, but I think that was enough of a tell. Classic is a bit of a beast and does know these situations quite well. Probe going back out for a little more scout action. Though he knows there is a Marine there. Okay. Not going to be that ballsy. Takes a little shield damage. Depth coming out. No warp gate. Probably going to be a Stargate opener from Classic. It is going to be the case. And our Terran player, well... He's got a starport coming down. Looks like it's probably... It's could just be a Widow Mine drop, I think, this game. Yep, this is going to be Widow Mines. So I guess it is going to be a little more delayed CC. This may be an armory build. After all, just got delayed second gas. All right, with that said, Adept Shade now. We'll see what happens here. He is going to scout. There's no CC, so... I think this is going to be a pretty big tell with the factory right in the front. And he's not going to see any Widow Mines just yet. But he's at least going to scout this. Classic. No SimCity in the front, but I think he's not I think he actually has good intuition on what's going on. Adept checking for anything over the side. He's not going to find anything at the 3 o'clock position base. Look at the scouting from Classic. He's scouting by not scouting. He's scouting for some positional move outs, maybe a drop. Widow Mine drop is coming in. It is 4 Widow Mines, and the armory is going to complete here. So this is very committed with a 4 Widow Mine armory build. There is just an Oracle, though, so... That said, there will be some detection. Oracle is out of position, however. Widow Mines do some pretty good DPS. Oh, look at that. The Shade coming in clutch, too. Nice rev tag before workers do fall. Still, actually a pretty good defense. However, there's nothing... Oh, wait. 6 probes, and that much lost mining time is definitely a little bit of a... Oh, my God. The 4th... I didn't even see that. That was huge. Have to start the site train today. Thank you, Space. What a guy. Space, sorry I couldn't play teams with you earlier. I will take a moment for that. Because there's just EPT. Eddie is going to be casting with me after. Oof! Widow Mine gets taken out. Phoenix coming into play. More Adepts coming out. And we'll see what happens. Observer on the way, but it couldn't come soon enough. These Phoenix Widow Mines are going to be split up a bit. Stalker doesn't go down. That's actually pretty nice. But there's 2 more Widow Mines in this medevac. It has taken a bit of a beating. Probe's getting pulled reactively, but they're going to go back. But guess what? Phoenix comes out just in time to use a Graviton beam to pick it up. 2 probes falling is quite worth it. The Observer's out. And, yeah, this is pretty committed from our Terran player. Genio only on 12 army supply. And this is a Phoenix Colossus setup this game, for sure. It is Classic, however. He may do something cheeky, but he's just got more versus less. He's got an Observer, too. He could actually probably get some more value across the map, but we'll see what happens. I like the Widow Mine placement, however. What's up, Hope, by the way, too? Who else is in chat here? We got Space and Hope. All right. And we'll see what happens from here. All right, 4 Adepts pushing across the map. I actually don't hate it in this case. Because as long as he techs up, he's going into Robo Bay again, going to more Phoenixes. Getting that Robo Bay out.
Not underestimate the power
How
of
you
the
doing,
Dark
Nico?
Shrine.
And, well... Oof. Adept being cleaned up is pretty good. See what happens here. Phoenix is moving out.
You don't know the power of the Dark Shrine.
All right.
Princeton University.
All right, I forgot to remove the bot for this too. That's a big problem, but I don't know. Heads up, guys. I'm getting rid of channel point TTS for a little while. At least I did in the other scene. I hope I did in this. But I might actually for a bit. Why? Because I think we got to that point where yeah, it makes me pissed off. All right, anyway, more often than not. Just so you're aware. Well, the engagement, disengagement, actually good use of Phoenixes. Costs energy, but he saves Phoenixes more or less. And that, wow, that Phoenix escapes with just
Terran.
2 HP. Very big push, and he is going to catch a medevac. These Phoenixes are putting in extra work. The Stasis Ward catching these 2 Marines going out for a scout, not even going to be able to do this. Is this going to be a quick 2-0? I mean, Classic is certainly the favored player. Classic has his 3rd base finishing up here. Because Phoenix Colossus is a very tech-heavy build, so you really want double gas saturation before you really go into a 3rd base saturation. How you doing, Nika? Good to see you, buddy. That's nothing against you. I was letting you know that I already had TTS disabled earlier, just so you guys are aware. All right. With that said, pretty big push. There is going to be a third base flown down from Genio. Third base already completed from Classic at the same time, so he's in a little bit of an alright position. Army supply, honestly, pretty close. It is mostly Phoenixes and just some Colossi before, but we do have 1-1 coming down for a Protoss player. Infantry weapons +1 going to finish faster for Terran, but these Widow Mines, oh! Beautiful splits, but it doesn't matter. 6 workers falling behind us to an Oracle. The Oracle is doing God's work to land one of the E-bays. Does he delay the other? He does. 12, 13 workers falling. Phoenix is catching more on the low ground. That's 14 workers falling for Genio. That is actually pretty huge. Some really good trades for our Protoss player, Mr. Classic. What's up? Goliath, how you doing? Yeah, this is Korean class. This is the Classic. He's on, I believe he may be teamless right now. I thought he was on Team NV, but he may be teamless at the moment, so this is the Classic you know of. Combat Shield's going to finish up. It's a problem for these Phoenixes, but we're getting past the time for Phoenixes for Protoss. He's going right into charge. He's going to have that 1-1, like I said. And let's take a look at how many gates he has at the moment. He does have 4. He's building 6 more. So the gate explosion has happened, and that 1-1 power spike is going to be pretty big. Our Terran player just going on infantry armor +1. Does have 2 E-bays, but it's going to be a bit behind.
Imagine Protoss.
Phoenix gets taken out. Pretty sick game. Classic with the honestly pretty good defense here. He did lose some stuff, so Genio was not just going down, falling down here so far. He did get some good trades earlier, sort of, but those Widow Mines did not get the trades they were hoping for, to say the least, against Classic. Oh no, Classic not paying attention to the Oracle. Might want to save that. Rev tags at the least would be worth it. Or maybe some stasis wards is not going to be the case. Got a Warp Prism, some High Templar going out. We don't have Psionic Storm, so it's going to be Archons. It's going to be an Immortal Archon charge like Colossus push with some Stalkers. And he is going right into 2-2. Our Terran player going into +2 infantry weapons. He's down on workers. His army supply kind of on knife's edge close. And we will go on. Army supply in favor of Genio. Good tank placement. So honestly, regardless of the upgrade advantage and stuff, positionally, I don't think our... Oof. Ooh, these Phoenixes are... Well, one's going to go down. The other looks like it's going to fall too, maybe. This is a lot of Protoss. War Prism is going to make a big deciding factor. 4-base Protoss to a 3-base Terran. It's where you want to be in this matchup. On the Protoss' side, Classic going to be able to have a moment with that Graviton Beam, picking up the tank, lessening one of the shots, but all the tanks are getting destroyed. Oh my god, Colossi coming in here good. Nice flank with the charge lots. Archons picking off some reinforcing Marauders. GG, well played, and it is a Queen at 2-0. Classic takes it.
Hello.
Hey, Yeti.
Hello, my friend.
What is up, buddy? I am going to raise you up. And I'm going to say, okay, they already announced the score. I figured it'd probably be easier just to screen share, just in case.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I was talking about, because there's a PC issue.
Yeah, I could just randomly exit the game. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, like normally if you start lagging out, you can just quit. But like I know in your case, sometimes it's just happened, and you're like, ah, shit, and the rest of us from Pete modes and stuff and customs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna share this. Is this the right screen? There, yeah, you can see it, right?
I got. Are you still live right now?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's a 2-minute.
Hello, everybody.
It's Yeti, guys. We got Yeti's debut.
You gotta take him down to Kirktown, baby.
Yeti, I know this is just yeah, you can Kirk it up too. Fuck it, because it's the first one. We could plan it out sometime like in America.
I've only had a few. I didn't start till later.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still, you know what I'm saying.
Are you still on your break?
Yeah. Well, we just got it. That literally just ended.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, I understand. I got you, Chief.
Hi, Kanoya. Thank you, Yeti. It's no pressure for you to have to do this. I just figured, dude, like, we hang out on
Well, I
Saturdays.
saw Sue
often,
was
too.
in it, and he's gotten this far, and Sue is one of my favorite players of all time. So
Yeah,
let's see what he can do.
I usually get screwed. We almost have more casters than players. There was only 12 people signed up tonight. Because Katowice is coming up, and it's Asia, you know. But Trigger actually signed up tonight, and he didn't show up in Hanmano and stuff, but... So, yeah.
Well, Dave, while we got a few minutes, can I take just a short little break? I'll be right back. All right.
Yeah, man. BDE from Classic Space. All right. So, guys. All right, guys. What up, guys? So Yeti's in here. Kanoya, how you doing? All right. Kanoya, how you doing? Kirktown.
Take him down to Kirktown.
I hope you had a good tournament today. I'm sorry for not casting earlier.
Okay, Dave, I'm back.
Wait, nobody's covering Dark. The fuck?
Really?
Why is everybody in this? Oh, Chicken Man might be. But there's literally Cranky Ducklings, Into the Inno, Anki, Steadfast, us. Probably Beowulf is in... Beowulf actually always has two... He has two different computers running two different games. His setup so base, so like he could, if he is waiting for a lobby, he can cover another game from his other computer. Isn't that crazy?
All right.
Here we go. You do the honors, sir.
All right. As the red Zerg in the bottom right corner of the map, one of my personal favorite players, it's Sue.
And his opponent in the upper left, now teamless, to my knowledge, and he is blue. Give it up for Classic.
I didn't even see is Sue on a team right now.
Sue may be teamless too. I think they were on. Maybe they were on Team GP. I think there were some people. I think Classic left for Team GP and then it left again. All right.
Blocking the hatch.
Yeah, nice little hatch block. It is Sue, so he has to still be careful. You know, Yeti, you got to watch that Sue. Sue will give you the old Sue screw you sometimes.
And Classic also a Protoss player that's known for having some crazy builds at times.
Oh, yeah. But especially with this patch, like, as dog water as I am at playing it, like, I'm starting to get ideas, just like relearning the game, like, from watching some of this stuff. But, dude, we've seen some crazy stuff lately in EPTs and in tournaments, you know. What was your thought? Dude, Estrellas Terran, did you see him the other night? I know we didn't get to hang out last
I thought he
time.
played well, actually. I thought he played really well.
Dude, he beat Nickeract. Like,
I saw that. Yeah,
convincingly.
I saw that series right before I passed out or something. Yeah, I saw it.
Wasn't that amazing, though? Like, Nickeract's good.
Yeah, he beat Nickeract in a TVT. That's insane.
Yeah. But...
He was, like, split pushing him, too, which was, I was like, damn, he actually knows what to do. He's, like, poking here, then he brings another army in up from the north.
Yeah, I was just sad we didn't get to see Estrellas Zerg.
I've never seen him play Zerg or Terran, so it was nice to see him play some Terran.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, so...
Pretty standard out of both players. I guess Classic will probably go Stargate. but I haven't watched a lot of PvZ on the new patch.
Yeah, PvZ, he could. He's probably going to go Stargate, but we've been seeing a mix of everything, truthfully. So we've been seeing Twilight openers. We've been seeing a lot of crazy shit, actually. So, you know, the meta's been Stargate, and it is. But we've also seen Robo builds. Granted, this isn't NA, so we're not seeing Estrella stuff. So we've saw Estrella, like, come in with the... I had to send it to Loco and among others. He was, like, the only one to cast it, but... nobody took my word for it, and Loco goes, dude, that was actually sick. Estrella went, like, kind of like a Soul Train, but it was, like, Slow Zealot Sentry, because Sentries were buffed. Just before the patch was released. Actually, I think it was right around that time, with an Immortal.
I'd like to see the Sentries become more of a central unit in this matchup again. Like, the old school Immortal pushes, like the Parting Soul Train. You just don't see anything like that anymore.
Sometimes you'll see some players do it, but like this was the closest I'd seen. But Sentry's got a buff where they're faster, so I missed that. I knew they were quicker out of the gateway, which is cool for early game scouting or force fields, but they actually move faster.
Gene Sim says he's my favorite player.
That guy's.
How can you not like Sue, man? I mean, come on, the guy got into 6 GSL finals. He never won a sing. I mean, you got to pull for him.
Oh hell yeah, man! Sue is great. Class, and he's just coming back too. I was hoping for Sue to be pushing a little more too, but I think he's getting situated back in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Void Ray getting a nice catch there on the Overlord.
Nice catches the probe that looked like it was going to build the third.
But look at how quick Classic had one right there with it.
He's got the Adept. Yeah, he's got the Adept actually securing this now. Void Ray follow up. All right, Dave, what do you think he goes for after the Stargate? Do you think he goes for the Robo?
Usually he's going for Twilight.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's pretty standard. But with a Void Ray, he may actually... Yeah, he's going Twilight and Forge. So it's basically the hero build with a Void Ray. In the variant that's just one Forge. I like the 2 Forge better. Because that's where we're seeing... You know... even in this patch, it's actually even better. The hero build actually got buffed in PvZ a little, in a way.
Did Mass Gateway style got buffed? Oh yeah,
because the Forge upgrades. Yeah, so the hero build's a direct correlation of that because you either going 1 or 2 Forge depending on the variation or the player style. But you know you can just get some really good. But the 2 Forge is extra nice because truthfully you can actually see surprisingly. I've seen even Archons do decent against earlier lurkers. You know what I'm saying? Because they have that. They either have shields and armor. Well, armor obviously not affecting Archons, but you know.
This almost looks kind of like the hero build from Classic coming out. A little pretty similar.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got 4 gates. Going into that Templar archive for Archons. I like this. It's very in the meta.
Sue with the Roach Warren about halfway done. He's playing. I mean, it's pretty standard so far from both sides. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah. Now the
all this Oracle. Oh no!
Oh shit!
Oh no!
That's not what you wanted to see, Eddie.
Classic. He had to have been looking like anywhere else because that usually you don't see that happen at this level. That was kind of insane.
Oh, for sure. And pretty good stuff. Look at that.
Storm on the way. Baneling Nest coming down.
Ling's getting almost a kill on that gateway.
You know, Dave, Sue might actually try like a giant bust here coming up with like Roachling Bane. That could be the plan.
Yeah, I do like the fact that he did get a Roach Warren, but the fact that he had the lair already, he's going to have that +1. It's a little later, but
Spire.
His Baneling Nest is the thing that scares me more that's later, because, you know, Sue always loves his roaches, but he's learning the style, and you always want those +1 Lings. Honestly, I don't necessarily hate the Spire against this style, but in the patch, now Archons can fit through things, so if he goes Mutas, and I know it sounds crazy, but if he goes Mutas, Archons can come squeeze through the wall and get in there.
I'm actually kind of confused at what Sue's doing. See, I was with you. I was like, okay, now he's just going to make a bunch of Mutas and go Ling Bane Muta, but now he's actually adding in 8 roaches.
Yeah, he wants Ravs, I think. And maybe he's going roaches, but I would rather see him get Ravs, like you said, for a bus.
For sure. And again, I haven't watched too many of PVZs since the new patch came out. I'm not sure if the compositions have changed too much, but I mean, you have like the Hydra speed buff, but then I think Colossus are now better against Hydras and things like that, so you probably won't see Hydras.
Oh yeah, well I mean it's the fact.
He's getting some of these Templar. He actually got one before it morphed.
Yeah, that was a big pick. That was definitely a big pick. Well, normally Storm's kind of comical against roaches, but
not this low of a number.
Yeah, not that low of a number, and not when you have a group of blink stalkers around him.
Yeah.
So that was enough. Just
two almost done as well, Dave. Like you said, those forge upgrades being just a hair faster. It is factoring in.
Oh yeah. I mean, even before though, that's kind of how we saw that hero pseudo gateway main style. But look at there's an Mortals coming out too. I like this.
Mm-hmm.
But there's the mutas. Like we forgot to look back. I forgot to look back on that. Mutas are out.
It's going to be really good for Sue. It's not that the mutas are going to end the game, but it's going to pull his army back if he was planning, like, say, an Immortal Archon push with gateway units.
But look at
now he has to worry about this flock of mutas flying around.
Well, he did drop a cannon. I think he actually... This was a good read from Classic. He dropped at least a photon. I know there's no batteries. I'd like to see him drop, like, a battery in a base now. But he has photon cannons there, and the mutas just had to disengage. So he saw the one. He's like,
9 more mutas, by the way, Dave. This is not some like tiny little number of mutas. If you don't respect this, it can cause a mass amount of damage. Once you get close to 20 mutas, it starts to be a problem.
Well, the one thing I will point out is he didn't go for flyer attacks. Centrifugal hooks is done though, so banelings are going to be pretty cracked with the +2 melee here. It's finished
storms, up. He has a lot of storm actually. What is that? 5 or 6 storms he has right now?
Oh yeah, he has 6 storms. Well, at least, no, 6 TIE Templar with more than 6 storms. It is like probably 11?
Closer to 10.
10 or 11, yeah.
21 Banes.
And you need that.
Oh wow, yeah, so he's just going. He's just gonna try to drown him out with mechanics here. He's just gonna go Bling Bane Muta and try to crash waves into him now, I think.
Yeah, I do like the Sim City, but there's gonna be so many banelings, so many lings, the mutas too. But at the same time, if Classic pushes across, my fear is Sue's not gonna be able to deal with the army as much because there's a lot of Stormy boys. There's a lot of
It should be more
Archons.
cost efficient, yeah, in a straight up fight. Well, 9 spine crawlers going down, by the way, Dave. Where are those spine crawlers going down? He has 9 of them building.
Yo, look at these banelings!
Oh, but they're going into a choke and into the storm.
Many gonna connect.
Good. That's a good fight for Classic, no doubt.
Yeah, he didn't lose the base at least. He did lose 19 workers, but look at he's got a 5th base behind this. This is totally the hero style. Muta's getting a lot of damage.
Oh, the mutas are actually doing a lot.
Yeah, the Templar Archive's gonna fall Yeti. It looks like. Yep.
He's got it. No more Archons for the time being.
But what's crazy is there's a Greater Spire finishing behind this with adrenal glands. Sue is teching up like a madman behind this, so he's gonna have cracklings and the potential for Broodlords with the change too, which they're faster with the Broodlings just don't last as long.
I actually love the way that Sue's playing this. He doesn't really care about the Sling Bane army that much. He's just he was distracting him so the mutas could go to the main and take out the tech.
Right.
And he also happened to kill like 20 plus workers with that attack.
Now the only thing I gotta say is, all right, Corruptors coming out, which are certainly gonna try to immediately be Broodlords. The thing is now the Broodlords, they're faster, but the thing is Broodlings don't last as long. Where Blink Stalkers actually even are a little better against Broodlords than they were before.
Dave, I hate to do it, but I might call this for Classic. Actually, his army is so strong, and we had Corruptors on the production.
Yeah, there's not much. Sue just doesn't have the army, and I know he has some bases, but Classic is not even caring about. He's macroing. He has that 5th base he built, which is now his 4th. Two behind us.
Oh, the mutas! They just take so much damage.
Right here, we get to see the new Broodlords. It looks like they may pop here, but I have a feeling we're going to see a blink right on top of them as they come
exactly.
out.
Yep. Target fire the Broods.
Oh. What a sick game.
Now he should be able to blink on that last Broodlord that's over there below the Queens. Yep, and that's it. That should be GG right there.
GG.
Classic made the correct call. He said, okay, you took out 20 workers, you took out some of my infrastructure, but your army just cannot fight my army straight up. And he goes across the map for the win.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Well played by Classic. $440 APM from Sue. That's kind of crazy. Wait, Dave, actually, who is casting Dark Side of the map, or the bracket? Because there's Chicken Man right here in this lobby.
Oh, they must have just finished on the other side. Let me just refresh the bracket and see.
I imagine Dark probably won that.
Yeah, well,
whoever he got, but
they didn't have it here, but it's Dark versus Rex was the semifinals on the other side.
Rex is Zerg, right? Or am I wrong on
yes, that? I believe. Yes, okay. I think. Is he Terran? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank because I'm fucking shot, brother.
The only Rex I know of in StarCraft 2 was a Zerg, but I'm thinking way back.
Yeah. For sure. Anybody you want to do the honors again, Yeti?
Absolutely, my friend. In the top left corner of the map, he's down 0-1, but he's not out. It's the red Zerg player. His name is Sue.
And his opponent at the bottom right. Give it up for our blue Protoss player. He's up a point at his Classic. Should be a banger. That was a pretty sick game, number one.
That was fun.
I mean, I kind of could see the power spike for Classic there. But especially after when we saw his army supply, after Sue took that engagement, he didn't have much army left.
Well, Dave, you know this too. That's kind of the weakness of playing that Ling Bane Meta style is you take one or two bad fights, and basically your opponent is still has like a very nice army supply. They just waltz across the map, and you have nothing.
Yeah,
you can't actually fight them straight up.
Yeah, I think the best way to play it's usually is if you can get like a good Bane bust, and then a Ling run by. The multitasking with kind of like if you're doing like a multiple charge lot run bys or like DTs and charge lots or
absolutely
you
death
know
by 1,000 cuts kind of style, but never committing like your whole army in at once.
Or if I could use the Terran analogy, playing like Beyond. You know what I mean? Like with the drop style.
Stripe isn't gonna kill you, but it sure is gonna fuck with you.
Yeah.
It's looking pretty standard so far. I wonder if Classic might switch it up. He's the one I think if anyone's going to deviate and do something crazy, it might be Classic.
Oh, for sure.
One of my favorite builds, Dave, and I'm sure you remember this, was actually in 2019 at the Global Finals where Classic did that crazy DT rush with the DT blink.
Oh God! Oh God! You're bringing me back. You know that was the time.
That's probably the most like creative thing I've seen since SOS, and it actually looked really strong.
I think that's around the time we met, man. To be honest, it was if I'm mistaken.
2020. Yeah, that should have been about right.
It might have been just after it, or right. It was right around that time, but we were certainly talking about it.
Oh man, I was like, that's the craziest thing I've seen in a very long time. And he had it down to like the second to snipe the hatch. It was crazy.
Yeah, and so far with this game, by the way, nothing too crazy, just metabolic boost before the third hatch for Sue.
And Stargate again from Classic. Again, standard safe opener.
Yeah. So a little more aggression on a Sue this game than previous, but just delaying his hatch, all of 10 seconds, if that. But
yeah, I'd be shocked if we saw actually anything different from both players. I wonder if Sue maybe says, you know what, this game I'll actually just make more than 8 roaches. Maybe I'll just go for like a huge bust instead of trying the Ling Bane Muta style, but we'll see.
Well, usually when you see this, actually, I didn't take a look at how many. Yeah, he just had 4 links. I was just double checking because we both kind of were on the same page. What I like about having a co-caster for these two is the fact that we can, you know, kind of. I have somebody to correct what I'm not paying attention to, and especially you,
half the
Yeti.
time I'm fucking lost too. Yeah, I
but
you
it's
to correct me too.
But it's fun, and it's you and I getting a chance to have, you know, it's the Kirk stream. You wink, wink, nod, nod. It's fair game.
It's Kirktown.
It's Kirktown.
Sure. Kirktown has taken over ESL, my friends.
Yeah.
Oracle again. We have a second Oracle coming out, but he's actually going to get this one out this time. Last game we unfortunately saw the Oracle just get snatched right out of there.
Well, 6 drones is actually pretty big for the Oracle escaping. That's massive damage. But usually when you get that fast metabolic boost, you're going to hammer down on the link key just for a little bit, and you want to deny the third is the goal. You know?
Well, see, and you're right. He actually got so many drones that he couldn't afford to make the lings. He had to remake the drones, so he's having to spend all his larvae remaking those drones that he lost.
Yeah, typically you're just hammering on the, like, it's no hesitation. Solar plays a lot like that. Sometimes Dark does it, to name a few players, but usually it's to, again, you're hammering it down to counter the hero build to kind of mess with the build order. Oh, look at this. We got Resonating Glaives follow-up. In a robo.
Okay, this could get interesting really quickly if he gets a Warp Prism. This could go up to like 7 gates.
Yeah, and Sue so far not having full vision yet is respecting the robo. There's no stalkers out though. Honestly, Sue, if he just poked his Overlord over, could see these Adepts and know what's coming. Have a good idea, but there's a lot of people that have been using Ruse Adepts, if you will. We are going to the later.
If I'm the Zerg player and I see more than 2 or 3 Adepts, I'm already like, okay, you're getting glaives.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not normal.
But what he should see, let's take a look at Stu's vision. He does see the gas saturated, so he's going to assume it's double gas satch on the 2 bases there. Anyway, so this is kind of spicy. He's going into the Forge follow-up. I think it's basically the hero. It could be the hero build kind of play with a glaive opener.
Oh no, I think Sue actually misread this just a little bit. He's been droning this whole time.
Well, he has a Roach Warren about to pop now, and if he
I
just
think
has
he's
to
going
pull,
to take some pretty big damage from this.
Oh, I do too. He didn't pull in time either.
Actually, Classic not really focus firing as good as he could have. He's gonna get a queen here.
I think he's gonna help with the queen count.
Oh no! I actually think that
9 drones.
Tough to call. I think it could have went better for Classic, honestly.
Oh yeah, he could have got way more, but still, he's catching a good amount of drones. And the fact that he's taking down this high queen count's huge, but there's a lot of roaches. Big Daddy Immortal come out. It is the 3-base Protoss, and we do have +1 on the way, but there's no like. He didn't really tech out of this. It's a lot of gas to spend. I thought he'd get a Warp Prism with this, but 19 drones. Yeti, this is 41 drones.
Ooh. Yeah, now he's doing the damn. Dave, I haven't checked. Did he get Blink? I didn't notice.
Oh no, he didn't get Blink behind it. He went right into a
robo.
robo.
I saw he warped in some Stalkers. That's why I was kind of like, okay, did he get Blink for like a follow-up?
No,
he's going up to 6 gateways right now.
Yeah, he's pumping out Immortals, getting +1, and he's getting plain Stalkers. So he probably will get Blink. If I was the guess, but he might go right into a Robo Bay as a follow-up, which I actually was half expecting that with how much gas he had. I was thinking Blink, and then when I didn't see it, I'm like, we still don't see the Robo. There's Blink. Okay, he was just getting out Stalkers. He wants to defend the counter push with Roaches, I think. Because he's going to have 2 Immortals. Where's that Robo? Yeah, he's going to have 2 Immortals at least, and a bunch of Stalkers with some shield batteries, so he should be able to hold the push.
The one good thing for Sue is he has had a little bit of breathing room. He's gotten his drone count back up to a respectable count. Now, if he scouts well, he should be able to make the right units, I think. Because he already has the Roach Warren. He just needs to be able to know when he has to make that.
Oh, for sure. All right, that said, 3rd Immortal coming out. We got +1 finishing up. I think it's just +1 finishing up for Mr. Classic, but +2's on the way for Sue. He's going into Swarm Host. Let's go.
Oh no, Sue, no, not like this.
Yeah, I don't like. If he gets enough of them out. if he gets enough of them out, they could do a good job zoning back if he has enough Roach Rav. But like, yeah,
I like this if you have a Nidus Worm. I
Right.
hate them straight up. They're just no.
I mean, we've seen it work though. I mean, but you have to. And Sue's certainly capable of a player to make it work. But when we look at these army supply, yeah, he's got the higher army supply too. There's no
Actually,
like.
Dave, you know what? I'm going to take back what I said. He's actually making a lot of roaches to tank right now. I think it could be a purely defensive move from him. Maybe he's like, you know what? This army's going to be tough. Maybe I can get some free units in there to do some damage. And the swarm hosts do have high DPS. And the roaches can tank.
Yeah, did you see this? I think I know what's. He doesn't know where he doesn't have much map vision because he had to spend so much time defending. I mean, he's got great creep spread, but he doesn't know where that other base is. But he could actually. Oh, look at this.
Wait a minute, the concave. He could come down the other ramp.
Yep, that's just
There it is.
If he gets a surround stormed and finish, but the locusts aren't stormed at first, and the mortals getting taken down. Nice micro from Classic. This is crazy.
Going back to the shield batteries, I think. Actually, I don't even know if a super battery. It's too close to call with the super battery, but.
Well, now the battery.
Now he's overstaying his welcome.
Against units like locusts. And corrosive vials, the battery's nerfed where it doesn't heal as much.
And this
and
my
battery
friends, is where
overcharge. I
Stu
mean,
shines, by the way, all you have to do is keep your eyes on the production tab. He always perfectly hits his injects. He's done it since 2013. He is the one Zerg. He is going to perfectly inject. He'll always have maximum unit production, and that's why you're seeing the supply gap right now.
Mm-hmm.
I do wish that Sue would maybe get a few more drones, but I'm not going to nitpick him. I like Sue.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, still, it could even take it. He got behind a bit and he's hammering out. I would have almost rather seen him drop a fifth base or a macro hatch.
Yeah.
Because he's so good at that. Like he's just going to be able to even drone up where he needs to when he wants to take it further if he needs to.
I think now's the time he's going to definitely drop another base. That has to be coming, right?
The problem with it, when you're going against this comp, it's the fact that there's High Templar, Storm, and Archons, and that's what Locusts don't like is Archons and Stormy boys.
But the Roaches don't really seem to care. Dude's taking decent fights here. They're not bad.
Oh, the Biles!
Oh, the Immortals!
Yeah!
Oh, God! Now Sue's like, I don't need a fifth base. I'm just going to make nothing but roaches and I'll kill them with my vials.
Yeah. So
that was actually really he lost, what, 3 Immortals right there?
Yeah, that was 4 Immortals in total this game, and he lost some High Templar in there. I saw peppered in. Obviously, he's going to trade out the Gateway units otherwise, but losing High Templar, too, are another thing to know. Are so big, but 5th base going to be attempted, but look at this. This army split's pretty sick. Roach run by. That's classic Sue, right?
Oh, and he catches it, though. Good move by Classic here to catch this. He spotted it. He's like,
for sure.
That's minus, what, 10 roaches, 12 roaches?
Yeah,
that's
the problem is the Swarm Host and the Roach Ravager on the other side are going to cut into not only the base, but the production. Taking out a gas, too, Yeti. Oh, no! The Biles again! The Biles! We really...
The War Prism almost got hit by that. That was last-second micro from Classic to save that War Prism. It was right in the line of fire. The only thing that's concerning me is, again, is the economy. I think in the long run, if Classic can just keep holding on, I think Sue just now threw down a 5th base. It's almost up, but...
Yeah, 5-base Zerg to a 5-base Protoss, though, is not good, because that's...
When you're down 10 workers to a Protoss Zerg, it's not usually a great feeling.
Yeah, but especially when you have a whole other Nexus, so then you usually figure the production's going to go up as well. Classic dropping gateways behind it. This is looking rough, Yeti. Oh, did we get a blink?
That's a tough ramp to go up, too. This is actually a really good trade for Classic so far.
Well, he did have a bit of miss micro, too, so that said, that was probably not the best. Nice Biles, but Classic kind of didn't exactly micro optimally there. He could have blinked back those Stalkers while he was getting pushed in that 3rd base location, but meh.
I just hope that Sue doesn't make his age-old mistake of tunnel visioning into like, I can kill him and I just hold down the R button, and then all of a sudden Classic takes these 2 or 3 good trades, and his army all of a sudden is just much more cost efficient, and that's what I'm worried about.
Well, Yeti, I'm worried for the same for Classic, because actually Sue is going into a hive and he's got that lurker den on the way, so he is thinking ahead. Classic, on the other hand, didn't go. I like Immortals. Yeah, I know you can kind of fight stuff for a bit, but if the game goes on, Classic needs to retain bases. Sue's starting to take other bases. The problem being is he doesn't have, like, even if he's playing this style, no disruptors. I know they've been nerfed a little, but you know what I'm saying.
Dude. Yep, that's a dead Nexus.
He could build Void Rays, but
I think I love the lurker switch. I actually love that switch right now.
Yo, storm drops! Let's go! Oh shit! Storm drops in PvZ. It's something that's becoming meta a little bit. I had a feeling was haven't actually made a tweet about that. That's just a sick game.
And Classic has very swiftly lost his economic lead now. But the supplies are close, and the army's bigger for Classic.
Sue's on like a Terran count of workers right now, though. You know what I'm saying?
Mid-60s at build. That's all Terran needs.
But like, it's pretty interesting because of the base leads. It kind of can work out for Zerg too. Oh, he's gonna throw away some High Templar in the front line. Yeah, there's the lurkers out. It's Classic.
Hey, there's no observer here, right?
Don't see one. There's no observer, period. There's no AoE.
Oh, no.
And there's not many lurkers, so I think like they're getting like free damage. Well, not free.
This game is insane, by the way. This is absolute insanity.
Yeah. Seismic Spines being completed here soon is going to make this extra scary for Classic too. But he is building an observer behind it, so I think he did finally realize there was roaches. He just wanted to get some secured economic damage done. He really needs a Robo Bay, I think. Like, I know it sounds crazy. Everybody like, Fleet Beacon. I'm like, well,
he doesn't have the money to go into like carriers right now. Yeah,
no, I think a Robo Bay for a few reasons. So getting some disruptors out. He can keep pumping out Immortals, sure. He does have an observer. He's got 2 more coming. He's got good upgrades, but also otherwise, like, he has +1 ground armor. I would like to see him get shields, if nothing else, if he's going to stay on this. But observer speed, even just anything, because we don't see Vipers.
I personally like what Classic's doing. I like the decisions he's making right now. Just keep going with that ground pounder army. And it's kind of a low eco game at this point.
Yeah.
And I think that Classic's army, again, it's going to be like last game in a straight up fight. I think his army is just better.
Yep. I just think the only change he can do that on a low eco is get this +1 shields, because with the forge upgrades, they'll finish faster, and it's going to help these units tank the lurkers a little better.
Yeah, it's a good call, and plus it's a cheap upgrade.
Yep, it's just 150 that pays dividends on this
all
stuff.
All the lurkers going down. I think this is GG right here.
Yeah, Sue just doesn't have enough.
Like miracle vials.
Sue just does not have enough, but he's getting some good trades here.
The drone's coming in from the back, got a few stalkers.
Yeah, that was actually some pretty sick micro.
This game is insane, Dave.
Very good stuff. Oh, nice recall. It's going to take some hull damage on an Immortal, but, well, it definitely is. The army supply still in favor of Sue, and he's retained a lot of, well, let's see how many lurkers he has in total. Just a couple of lurkers. I said a lot of lurkers. It's only 2.
If he can get that furthest right base from Classic, if he can take that out right here, and I think that's what he's going to go for. Again, he's still, it's not over, but again, if he can take that base out, I think he's in a really good spot, and it looks like that's where he's heading to.
Oh, yeah, he's going right for it, dude. There's no static defense. And he's going right for it.
Yep, perfect. Target the probes. Yep. His lurkers are still at Sue's 4th base.
This is definitely a banger of a series here. I hope Sue takes it and we get a game 3 at the least. Come on. Somehow.
Yeah, these have both been good games.
Yeah. The first game was sick too.
Oh, losing a couple. But he has more lurkers on the way, more hydras on the way. His drone count is starting to steadily increase.
Yeah. And this is pretty spicy.
Another
What?
Nexus about to go down 2 for Classic. That's nice.
Yeah, it's just more play. It's weird how in the last set of patches and how things have changed out. Like there comes a point in the game where it almost feels like how PvT used to feel against PvZ. You know, on the Protoss side of things. Because you're like
upgrade.
Yeah, the upgrades and the bases. Like you're like, you know, in the past we just say that's Haas. You know, okay, that's Haas living in his area, but now it became just meta.
Fleet Beacon on the way, Stargate on the way, second Stargate.
Yeah, it's starting to look pretty good for Classic even more, but he's down on workers.
This game actually potentially could go on a lot longer.
Oh yeah.
That is a lot of lurkers. You're not breaking that with a ground army.
No, you are not. And that's at +3 ranged attacks on the way. Groove Spine's just not going down for Hydras, so Hydras are going to be a thing. And Sue's taking the bottom base.
I think that's smart. His army is
too.
very close to that. The top right base is just too far away to defend right now.
Yo, free workers, does he land a Yo,
oh, the storm!
That was big! The storm's landing on the workers.
We have a counterattack in the north by Sue. I think he's going back to that rightmost base. Maybe he'll be able to repay him a little bit, get a few probes. Oh,
What
Classic's army. He's recalling. He senses it. Yep, he saw it.
That was
good recall.
That was like the shitting in The Simpsons where they pick on The Shining. The shitting with groundskeeper Willie. Oh, man. Oh, look at this lurker run by in the third, though.
Ooh, what does he actually have to dislodge these?
And
That's what I'm interested in.
So we have muscular augments already for the Hydras. Groove Spine's going to finish up, and he's getting into Hydras. So Tempest be damned, he's got to watch out for the Stormy boys and Charty boys, but there's not a lot of Charty boys now. It's mostly Immortals. So it's basically the Storms that, yeah, Tempest can kite low numbers of...
Oh, he leaves one lurker. Look at that, the High Templars.
He didn't micro
He was target firing them.
He was.
Oh, if he'd have target fired him one more time, I think like 2 or 3 of those would have went down.
Yeah.
This game is insane. It's so close.
Yo, I'm so gonna remember that for any time. Thinking of the Storms on this base, that is so good stuff.
That was sick. Stu now up 21 workers, but he's down big in army supply. I think he has to bump the Hydra button at this point. You've got to have something to deal with these Tempests. The Hydra speed, remember, was upgraded, so we'll see. I want to see how these Hydras are going to do. If he can get the lurkers in position, he should be able to fight the Tempest.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice storm.
Nice storm indeed. Oh, man.
Another good one.
This is looking pretty good. Oh, another beautiful storm as well. Tempest doing some good work, though, because these Hydras couldn't really engage. There's not that many of them.
Oh, Classic is those storms right there. That was kind of nasty.
Oh, that said, look at one lurker over here with a charge lot run by doing work on the other side with just Hydras. Oh, he's going for the pool. Transfuse, try to keep it.
Not with Transfuse. No.
Yeah, with a full energy queen with Transfuse, absolutely not. You are absolutely right, Eddie. Oh, muscular augments, was it done? GG is called.
The Tempest did it. He had the position sieged up, and he couldn't come in with the Hydras to kill the Tempest because of the storm. Well played. So we're gonna have Classic versus Dark.
Yeah.
Nice. What a final.
Classic versus Dark. That is pretty spicy. I'm gonna ask for a minute. I'm gonna use the bathroom. You want to relaunch it?
Yeah, I'll be right back myself. I'm gonna use the bathroom break myself.
All right, folks. See what's going on here. They're doing the vetoes. Mr. Yeti's done break ski.
Hello, Dave.
What up, Yeti? Hope it's
Bring Dave Testa to Katowice, say Kirktown. Yeah, hell yeah, Gene. So.
Yeah. Dean Sim was saying that was the only thing he's disappointed with in this stuff. He's like, Dave's not casting Katowice.
Dave, maybe you can get in on like the B stream.
No, the B's already spoken for. They already had that. It's Bayo and Steadfast. And
Tell me you'd like to be on the K stream. K for Kirktown.
Yeah, K for Kirktown. Yeah, I'm honestly, I don't think they're gonna have it. I don't even know if they're gonna have any other ones. They might have a C stream, but I'm not even.
It's completely offline too, right? They're gonna actually have in-person casting at Katowice this year.
Yeah, it's just Bayo's going there because Basilisk is. I was watching his stream earlier. Basilisk is actually paying for him to go to do some content stuff too. Huh. So like he's gonna cast in like the basement or something there. Steadfast is gonna be at his place in Canada, and then after he's gonna be covering the ground. His team's covering him. And as you may have saw, Cyril's now on that team too.
Yeah, I saw Cyril switch switch teams. That was kind of crazy. I figured Ents would have kept Cyril around.
Oh, well, no. Yeah, I mean, what else do we got from Ents in StarCraft other than Cyril? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I mean, if you want to pick the one StarCraft player that's consistently earned money for the last 4 or 5 years,
Basilisk had to put some money up for that. But you think of their team, they had Trigger's their first player. Then Roddy as a player and commentator, and they want Roddy to play some more. And then they added Beowulf as a commentator because of his stuff, because Basilisk is a research group and they started a team. They do other games too.
It's actually pretty good decisions though, because you have a lot of
that's a really
creators.
Really creative team. But very
now,
good
Dave,
stuff.
I don't know how this works, but I'm guessing that Basilisk probably gets a small percentage of like their streaming revenue too, right? Just maybe a small percentage. Since they're with the team. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it depends on what it is. You know what I mean? Oh, when it's players, if they win in tournaments, yeah, I think usually that's the case.
Yeah, I know they get a percentage.
Like
of that,
big
but I'm
tournaments.
wondering if you have like a streamer, like a caster, if you get maybe not.
I don't think so. No, not typical. Depending on how the contracts work. Not typical. Maybe.
Dave, was that a Pepsi I just saw?
It sure was, Yeti. It was a Belgian Pepsi.
Belgian Pepsi. I like it.
You're drinking a Pepsi.
You have a little
I'm sure,
orange peel with that Belgian Pepsi.
Yep, I hear the Belgians like oranges, or Belgium likes oranges with their Pepsi for sure.
Dave, you know what you made me do today? I haven't watched the movie in years. You know what you made me do? I watched Once Upon a Time in the West again. Watched the whole shebang.
Hell yeah, I know we wanted to catch that on there. I was funny last night. You're like, Dave, go to bed. I was like, dude, I was tried going to bed earlier. I'm like watching TV.
You said you didn't watch The Last of Us? Both
yeah,
episodes.
I was like, why isn't there a third one? Yeah. And then I ended up watching the newer Twilight Zone, which I never watched. I tried to before, didn't care, and I started watching it lately. And I forgot to say that's actually pretty fucking good.
I didn't even know there was a new Twilight Zone. I might have to give that a look.
Yeah, it's a remake. It's like a remake with a.
Oh, by the way, Dave, did you know that Shatner was actually on a Twilight Zone episode?
Yeah, he was on the one with
the plane.
Yeah, there was.
Airplane.
Yep, the airplane and the. Wasn't it the bobbly devil head thing in the restaurant?
No. It was there was like a monster on the wing of the plane right by his seat where he could see out the window, and he's trying to tell everybody like, hey,
He might have been in 2. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. You're absolutely right.
If he's in 2, I have not seen the second one. I'll have to look into that.
It's the one of he was in 2. Yeah, he was in 2 episodes. The Nick of Time was the one I was thinking of, and then Nightmare at 20,000 feet.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, the Nightmare at 20,000 feet. That was a really good short right there. Which, that whole show was good.
Yeah.
I guess they're doing map vetoes right now.
Yeah, they are doing map vetoes. Actually, Classic disappeared a few times, so I don't know what's going on because Dark started doing map vetoes and then
He's playing mind games, Dave. It's all part of the strategy.
yeah, he's trying to beat the Zerd Cabal. Now we know what the Zerd Cabal means. Remember the first day I was talking to you and Hope, and I'm like, what the fuck? And it was all the degens and
I'll tell you what he's doing right now. Dave.
Hope
You
wants
ready
to
for
hop
this?
in on this.
Oh, Hope does?
Yeah, we only have 2 more left, so I'm going to try my best to cover both before Katowice, by the way. So Hope asked if he could put in a co-casting thing. We could probably organize it a bit so it's not too crazy. I'll try my best to get both, but like, so we got Monday, and if you want to too, Yeti, these could be the last I'm going to just joke around because I don't know the information, but from what I gathered, I have a feeling EPT is going to be okay.
I bet GSL Codes comes back too for 1 more year. I would bet on that. And it looks like the circuit for next year will be good too, right?
Yeah.
Who knows?
For sure.
I mean, Atlanta, they were even saying, I was reading a thing about it, they were saying Atlanta was like one of the biggest live crowds there's ever been for a StarCraft 2 event. Oh, Dave! I saw that. Class is like, wait a minute. I gotta go to your mom's house.
Yeah, getting I had to break steadfast balls right there. We won't share that with chat.
If it shows up, he's like, it's the chin, isn't it? You couldn't resist.
Look what he said, Vance, right now. Tell Sal to lock his doors. Okay, Chad, I'm going to share this one with you. So, Steadfast goes, where did Classic go with his sad face? And Bailmop goes, good question. He DM'd me he was going to someone's mom's house. I think they live in Canada. He's still around. Kidding, Dave. Oh, no, I'll tell Sal to lock his doors.
Oh, my God.
That is good. He got up a tree right there. Good. He's like, I'm going to turn this around fast. I want to see Steadfast. Oh, God. By the time I'm looking at the stream, we're waiting, guys. Bear with us. We got some good StarCraft coming up. Steadfast looks tired. He would be at this time like all of us, but...
What Classic is doing right now, Dave, I'm calling it. He's looking up the VOD for that DT build he did at Katowice. He's going to pull it out the first game. It's going to be a mind.
Honestly, in some of these maps, I was looking at them. I'm like, I could see some spots where you could do some of that. And I'm actually thinking, like, as much as I'm dying in PvP, I'm thinking, Yeti, I think the old Dave needs to come back, and it's Immortal Archon Charge Lot Dave in PvP. And it's Blink DTs. I'm telling you, dude. I've not done that forever.
Strat, man. Not a bad strat.
You know what I'm saying? I think this is going to be the patch of Dave.
I'd love to see you try to make the Princeton work again. I think you could do it.
Because no one expects
anybody
it.
could.
Oh, yeah.
You guys don't even know. Dave had a 90+% win rate in PvP. It was ridiculous.
And now it's literally like 30 or less. It's crazy.
Dave,
I can't be
patch tossed you.
Yeah. Well, no, but I mean, they changed so many. The patches changed a few things, so it was for quite a while now that PvP was going down for me. But now I'm like, damn, I just got to go into it. And I'm watching when Woodsicle bodies you. Somehow I didn't uninstall the game. You know, like in that best of 7.
Well, Dave, I will say this:
Wood actually is really good at PvP. Truthfully,
as far as the patches for the last like 3 or so years. Protoss usually got the most like drastic changes. It's like, oh, actually, you need to relearn how to play your race now. Everybody else like, this unit gets a speed buff, this unit gets this little thing, and then Protoss is like, well, we took your mothership core away,
Yeah.
and now your shield batteries are crap. So figure everything out.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we got games. Hells yeah. Wait, I'm sorry I did a screen share. You can't hear anything. I apologize for that, Yeti, too. I could do a Windows capture if you'd rather.
Oh, I'm fine. Dave, you're playing dark. Do you see this? Okay, they fixed it.
Yeah, rush. No, I was just wondering if you wanted. I didn't know. I just threw it on quick, and I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, I'm fine.
Well, you can do whatever on your end. Then you can be like, listen to music, you know?
Yeah, I got that music. I got the StarCraft music, is what I hear.
Okay.
Here we go.
Going into game number 1, Classic
Dave,
versus Dark.
Who do you think wins?
Oh, Dark's been basically crushing everything. He has been winning so many. Dark, it's been weird. It's been Dark. It's been like Terrans and Zergs on most of the EPTs. We did have Hero win the last one, so it's possible Classic wins, but I'm thinking it's Dark.
I'm probably, is it best of 5?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Dark 3-0 or 3-1 would be my pick.
I love Classic. I just think that Dark is a little more innovative. Well, adaptive player, I guess, and he's cheeky.
Yeah. You gonna do the honors, Dave, or me?
Up to you. I can do it if you want on this one. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Babylon in the red, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Give it up for Dark. Or Zerg.
And the top left corner of Babylon is the blue Protoss. It's El Clasico.
El Clasico.
I think Classic, if this is going to be the series where he pulls out some cheeky stuff, I think this is the time to do it. Like, against Dark, you got to bring your absolute A game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's happy he's made it this far, so even number 2, he does get $100 dues. I think that's the case still in Asia. With only 12 players signed up tonight. Isn't that wild? I mean, it's always a low turnout comparatively, or usually a pretty low turnout out in Asia, but with IM Katowice...
I'm going to say this, Dave. I think you were hitting at the same thing. I think a lot of... I'm surprised Dark showed up for this. I think a lot of these Korean players and top Europeans are probably like, we don't want to show what we're doing right now, 2 weeks before Katowice. So... Yeah. Then again, Dark's like Uber Chad mode. He's probably like, I don't give a shit if you see it or not. You can't stop it.
Yeah, I think that's why Estrella's been crazy. I'm happy he played in mine, even Estrella, even at that note. That's why he played random, I think.
Yeah, they're just trying to keep everything hidden. I mean, you guys got to understand, they didn't have that much time. They have new maps and a new patch. And they have the World Championship coming up. They're not going to reveal their best stuff until then.
Yeah, and the patch was adjusted each time, and now, yeah, it's wild. Because they've been playing on the patch in its earlier stages throughout EPT for the last month and a half, but it's been tweaked again and finalized.
Yep.
So that's, and then the map pool too came in. You're right.
But you have players like Classic and Sue. I mean, they're not going to Katowice, so it's not that big a deal. But I mean, Dark is going, so it's kind of crazy that he's playing.
Yeah.
But a treat for us.
Still, yeah, absolutely. Some people didn't end up showing up too. You know, they were probably busy, whatever. Like even Hanmano, I thought he might play, but maybe he was probably busy. Hell, some of these guys are in school and stuff, and you know, even in the not so higher rung of this, but the semi-pro pros, if you will, at this point for the stage of the game. They got lives and stuff. And it's gonna be an Oracle build from Classical again for an opener.
Same build. Yep, he's doing the same build every game. It seems like that's what he's comfortable with. He's gonna go Oracle into Twilight.
Yeah, I mean it's just a standard. Yeah, it's
very standard.
It's pretty much the meta. The hero build, he'd be like rushing for the Oracle and then rushing. Okay, he is. This might actually be the hero build. Truly, he's going for a very fast third base. It looks like. Well, yeah, it's still pretty quick.
It's going to be a 4-minute third.
Nope. Yeah, 3:44. Yeah, that's the hero build. When it's actually before, it hits anytime before 3:50 the third base. So and the players that have been playing extra cheeky lately because they don't want to tip their hat for.
Good pickoff from the Oracle. That's a good pickoff. Got 3 pro. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the Twilight. I'm assuming it's going to be Blink.
No Forge. No Forge just yet. Is he going to go double Forge this time and throw us the hero build I like? The double Forge one? Let's see. Fast +1 melee. Dark knows how to respond from this. Like, Yeti, I don't know if you noticed this, but ever since the hero build, Protoss have been doing this
glazed.
for...
I was about to say it might be glazed.
Oh, yeah, it is glazed.
It's definitely glazed. Yeah.
And honestly, I like this. But I hope he actually... If he brings a War Prism, this could be good, because Dark's already going into +1 melee, which is great against the hero build, but what a plot twist. I love that... I love
Not
this build.
Not so great against the Adepts, by the way. Not so great.
There are going to be Banes, which is your standard thing against the hero build. But yeah, exactly. Adepts do a little better. Like it's a better situation than if it was just roaches. But we obviously don't see a roach warren. Everything would look pretty normal on Dark side, like for a hero build. But it is not going to be the case.
Dark opening up the rocks, I like that. It's just going to give him more space for his Wing Bane to operate.
I don't know about that stasis board, how much I liked it. Took some hull damage before, but it's a lot. Oh, it's a Queen Walk!
Oh, hello. Dark, you cheeky devil.
It's going to be an all-in.
He's going to hit a +1 Queen Walk. Oh, he's going back?
Yeah, he
sees it. He sees it's the depth. He's like, oh, shit.
Now he's still going to push in here with these +1 melee lings, which aren't quite +1 yet. They will be.
That's nice. That's a great counterattack, because now you're either forced to recall or warp in at your main. You don't want to do either one of those things. And Dark just forced it.
Well, +1 just finished before, or after that. So some of the lings were picked off, and the Bane ling's going to be a bit of a problem. But you know, now it sounds funny, but Immortals actually serve a good purpose here, Yeti. And that's soaking up these Banelings, if you can get it out.
Tankiness. I bet he's going to go into Blink right away after this, too, when he gets the money. I think he's just going to transition.
I mean, the shitty thing about that is realistically, in this stuff, there's a couple things. Banes are really good against Adepts, but Ling's not so much, but the same... nice split. Yeah, he split that up pretty nicely. He was all spread out and not soaking at all, but he did lose a lot of probes, but not.
He's ahead still, though.
Well, for a little bit now, Dark is droning up behind this too. He did an inject cycle of wings, and he went into an inject cycle of drones.
I think it's got to be Blink for the follow-up.
Skitoo, how you doing?
Transition.
Had to give a shout out to good old Skitoo in chat, Yeti. The man, the myth, the what a fucking legend. That guy, literally in like 2 days, dumped like $1,000 into StarCraft. entertainment
Scotty,
for all.
how you doing, buddy?
All right. Stalker and an immortal in the wall. I wouldn't hate the immortal going behind that stalker with this many lings.
There's the blink. He's just going into the exact same comp. He's going to get Storm. I like it. I want to see how Dark responds differently than maybe Sue did. That's going to be where I'm interested.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe we have a Roach Warren. We don't have a Spire. Oh, we do have a Roach Warren. Okay, I just didn't see it. There it is. Yeah, okay, it's Dark. He's definitely got the Roach Warren.
That he does. Oh, Adept's getting surrounded by the lings. And bear with me, the little lag spikes I get here from me being on Korea, even as an observer.
Actually a really nice pickoff from Dark right here.
Yeah.
Really good trades.
And Glial Reconstitution on the way. So Dark is set up for Roach Rev with that macro hatch behind this. He's at a good worker. It's still, I do like the fact that Classic's been rebuilding probes. He just has a really light fourth base because of it.
I think it was necessary, though. I think he needed to get the units out. He kind of had to cut the fourth base just to get enough gateway units to be like, yeah, I'm not going to die to like a crazy counterattack.
Yeah, I do like the fact that he has Storm coming. It's going to be here any moment. And the height, that's actually could help him out a bit. But one thing we didn't see, though, he didn't really, because of this, he had to cut some corners and didn't really have like 3 oracles this build. Mm-hmm. And stasis wards are your freaking big friend,
well,
you know?
You know, even against Sue, he never went for the 3rd oracle. He always went to oracle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing this is just his preferred build.
Yeah, like literally, it kind of became the hero meta. Like I've seen a lot of people do different things. Like people even do. I've even seen what kind of like what I'll do, and people were giving me shit. I'm like, nah, dude. There's pro players that do it, or they'll change it up in tournaments and go double forge, Robo Bay, which sounds crazy.
Swarm host. There's enough swarm hosts to actually cause quite a bit of panic. That is 15 swarm hosts being made.
Oh my god! Go to Dark play.
And Dark is on an insane economy, by the way. This is absolutely insane. 80 plus workers. Yeah, Dark is definitely in the driver's seat.
Classic was leading this whole time, though, for a lot of it. Dark's been ahead for a while, though, for sure, Yeti. So he's been playing the aggression, and then after, like, surprise, we're going to switch to drones. Weird game.
I'm interested to see what Dark does after the Swarm Host. I wonder what he techs up to next.
Well, he is going into a Hive, so I have a feeling he's going into Ultras.
You think Ultras?
He might, yeah. He's at least getting Vipers. He might go into Infestor Viper.
That seems like a Dark play.
That's very his style, but he may even get Ultras too, depending on how this shifts out for Protoss. But we'll see how this goes down, because Classic, you know, he's doing what he can with his economy.
Oh, that's a lot of things.
Hello, Artosis Yeti.
Oh,
it's a lot of Banes.
That's a lot of Banes. Oh, and Artosis, though, there were like 80 of them.
Yeah. There's so many Banes.
So many Banes. All right, here come the Swarm Host. They have their Locust Wave up. Classic's army, though, this is a scary army still.
Yeah, the Locust mostly getting taken down to Kirktown over here.
Classic is taking a really good fight. This army is ridiculously strong.
Yeah. And being that a lot of Dark supplies tied up in those 15 Swarm Hosts.
I think if he goes with the Archons with the weak High Templar right here, it's going to be close. The Vials.
Oh, 6 storm. Oh, 6 storms.
Oh. Yeah, Classic is, oh my god.
He lost all his Immortals, though, basically. That last one was holding the line, but...
Yeah, he's on basically pure Blink Stalker right now. I think he's got to go home or back off. He's got to recall, I think.
Yeah, he's not in a spot where he can safely recall those, the hard thing, because the Locust right behind. Once they dissipate, I think he can. Or realistically...
Good Blink Micro.
He never got charged behind this. And I know it sounds funny, but, like... That's a well worth it 100 investment.
Absolutely. But he never got it in the other games too. I think this is.
Well,
just
he did.
his
No, he
style.
got it. He did get in the last game we watched.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, usually, and it was a resonating glaives play. But charge lots, I feel like, are always worth the investment at some point in the game. Just because it's so cheap and it lets you save your gas for better things.
Yes.
In that case, even stalkers in this case are better things. But realistically, he needs archons.
Going the same way the other games went though with Sue. It's that classic actually does straight up have this swarm host wave is going to be ridiculous. It's actually going to take this Nexus out.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, this Nexus is 100% dead.
Oh yeah, honestly, I would say a waste of a storm, but it's going to save some workers and save units too, because that was a lot of locusts. I'm with you.
Classic does have a new base up to the top right. He could send those workers too. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but Classic's army is still really strong.
Well, look at this linger run by from Dark. Talk about a Dark play right there. He was trying to get pressure to cancel it, but does not.
Oh, the stasis ward.
Only gets 2 lings.
Yeah, like just a random stasis ward.
Yep. Ooh, he doesn't even get that swarm host. That's unlucky. And well, Warp Prism in there might actually save these immortals.
Mortals are in trouble though. He's got to fight a little bit. He can't. Yeah, he can't.
Oh, the Warp Prism goes to the bot. Oh.
Might want to remake another Warp Prism. That thing is so low.
Hello, Legacy of the Void intro trailer. Charge is not done. Banling's going to make it in, but I think the Photon Cannon is going to kill it. It will, but it's going to take a lot of damage.
Now we have Charge finishing up. We have the Stargates. The Fleet Bacon is going down.
The bacon is here.
The Baconator is here, my friend. I love the way Classic's playing this.
Yeah. It's tough fights sometimes, but he's doing pretty good.
The Locust Waves, do damage where you can. Otherwise, that's a lot of supply that's tied up in Swarm Hosts.
You know that
mortal with the Warp Prism. Oh.
No, I just loaded up with High Templar. He didn't want to lose those, I think, more so. Ooh, Ling's actually putting some big pressure. Just a couple Lings on that Nexus, the 5th base.
Well, he's so focused on this attack, I think he might actually lose the Nexus.
Yeah, he's going to lose the Nexus to literally 3
But he's getting
Lings.
the Swarm Host. He's getting the Swarm Host.
Yeah, that's huge. GG.
GG. Well played, Classic. Well played.
Classic coming in strong.
I am now convinced that is the way to play this matchup. I mean, that's like 2 different players, 3 games in a row, and that is just like really strong.
Dark Cursing Mountain Korean. No, I doubt it, but translate.google.com. Totally coming in. Thank you for your effort. Is what it translated to, which I doubt is correct.
Probably like you fucking try hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. Like they aren't supposed to. It is dark too, so. The ladder map version is outdated. Maybe they have different versions of the maps. Because honestly, I've noticed bugs on these too. Shout out to Omni, though, for actually making it his map in the map pool. How based is that? And character, dude. 2 people we were friends with from a long time. That's crazy, right? Yeti? Bro. I might be away. Yeti, you're muted. Oh, maybe you did a call or something. It's okay. No pressure, no rush. Yeti is a guest here. He's an approved co-caster. But he's fine. Hey, Yeti.
Dave, I'm sorry. I accidentally touched the top of my mic, so I couldn't even like talk there for a few seconds.
No, you're fine. You want to do the honors, sir?
Dark?
Up to you.
Okay, in the top right corner of the map is the red Zerg player. He's up 1-0. Actually, it should be Classic up 1-0, Dave.
Oh, that's right.
He's down 1-0. It is Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Dark.
And his opponent in the bottom left, give it up for Classic in the blue. So Yeti, why I was so happy to have you on this? We like to hang anyway, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, sometimes I'll do these, and you know, I figure. Well, you still thought this. You and I were on the same page, but you get to get some time actually covering ESL EPT Open Cups. I actually had a guy I played with the Terran who
high level games. I love doing it. So I mean, I might as well talk about it with one of my best friends. So.
Yeah, man, exactly, and we get to hang out like normal. And honestly, if you need to go do anything, I like this. Do you mind the screen share idea too? You can come in.
I like
it.
I think it probably works better than if I was in. Yeah,
because then if you need to dip instantly, you can. I'd just say you know, shoot me a DM or whatever, or if something happens, if you can, and if not, I'll figure it out. You know, and then you're free to do whatever you need to, because you know what I'm saying. And then it feels just like a normal Saturday night for you.
No, I enjoy doing this. I like casting, but I'm not the greatest, but I still enjoy doing it.
Oh hell no, you're fine, Yeti. It's good stuff. It's a learning experience too. So
checking for a proxy hatch, dude, Classic's like Dark. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, base. That was so base because he saw the pool, he saw the gas. He's like, Dark is up for some shenanigans though, and this is one of those maps. Cistern has this big side in the base for Niduses, for drops, for war prisms, for Ventral Sac Overlord.
All wins against Terran, Dave. Wink, wink.
Yeah, I remember
I'm letting you know that.
Yeah, some of the changes though too in a lot of the meta. Like I don't know. I played against a guy I was mauling against, and I was kind of a little flamey. And then after he hit me up, he was actually pretty base, and he came into Twitch. He goes, to be honest, I don't watch ESL. He goes, I watched some of it, and it seems a lot more scuffed than GSL. I only watch GSL. I'm like, dude, he's pretty based. Fuzzy Desi, how you doing?
Well, I used to only watch GSL. I was an elitist, but you gotta watch the other stuff too, man. Like, there are some great games on the ESL that get played. Like,
yeah. And notice a lot of the bugs half in this game. That's true. There have been a lot of bugs reported. Like
I heard about an Archon bug, Dave. What's up with that?
I didn't see that one. There's a Colossus bug. Vindicta actually had something posted. I actually looked on Reddit earlier because somebody sent me to Reddit for something, and I didn't even bring it up today. Where his bunker with the Reaper, you do that against Protoss. The Stalkers outranged the bunker completely. The Reapers wouldn't hit the Stalkers.
Oh, that's not supposed to happen.
No, that was a big, yeah. But there's a bug with Colossi where they won't damage your Zealots, I guess, in one of them. So, and if you did, please share. And good to see you, Fuzzy Desi. Sorry, just Gene Sim, I didn't even address him. He was happy to see my kitty mitters in here.
Okay, Dave, so I'm a complete moron. I thought the Zealots never got damaged by Colossus at any point. I guess I'm just stupid.
No, you're not stupid. No, Splash. I didn't think they were supposed to myself, but in certain cases, though, like if you're A-moving the Splash, I don't.
That's just unfortunate for Protoss. Zealots are a melee unit. If you have to
I don't think you're done. Yeah, I didn't think it did either, but like somebody pointed something out about Colossus they were direct firing on them or something, and it didn't. That's not supposed to happen,
Huh. I'm about to say maybe it was a quality of life. I never noticed Zealots taking friendly fire.
Yeah, I didn't either. I don't think I got to look back on it. Hearthstone did something on it, and I kind of.
But you're saying like if you actually attacked, moved your own units, Zealots, they wouldn't take damage. Okay.
Yep, this was something different than. Because that I did see, and I'm gonna be totally wrong, but there's so many bugs and like so many people pay attention to that stuff. Where I'm usually like, meh, unless it's a bug that really affects me. Like I never exploited the battery with the battery bug before, where people hold stop and you know what I'm saying, and it went quicker, but it like healed more. But
I thought that Terran was the only race that got punished by their own splash damage units, but I like to keep that in my winery. It's like
I'll shut that right down though, because everybody complained about disruptors. I'm like,
I know.
yeah, I'm like, disruptors are OP, but you know what? They're usually more OP to most Protoss using them than their opponents.
And said he was talking about just Zerg.
Oh, just Zerg, yeah.
Lots of bugs. Oh, this Nidus is sick.
That was cute to Ann. Oh man.
This is the even faster way to do the Queen Walk. You do the Queen Teleport.
Yeah, and look at Zerg. This was good before the patch.
This is actually a hard counter to what Classic's doing, by the way. Dark is reading Classic like a book. He's done the same build every single game, basically, and now he's getting hard counters.
Yeah. He is. He's cheesing him. Oh, man.
Using the other Nidus to block the building. I love this.
You know what pisses me off about this stuff, though? As much as I love my cheese like the next guy, when you have somebody that uses this as their every ladder game build, because they see Dark do it.
He plays that one guy that he does this every game, and he's really good at it.
Yeah. But he's, but it's,
yeah,
oh, man.
I hate to say it, this is over.
Yeah, this is looking pretty over for Mr. He's trying to get a Colossi out, which he's depowered. GG.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough. GG.
It was 45 minutes ago, Gene Sim said.
I think Classic's going to have to switch up what he's doing now, because if he doesn't, Dark's just going to do that build every time, and it's going to kill him.
Zodium's in chat. What up, Zodium? How you doing, brother? It's been a minute.
Damn Protoss.
Damn Protoss, he says. How you doing, Zodium?
Must be a Terran player.
Zodium plays Zerg. He usually plays pretty. You met Zodium way back. He's one of the owners of Psystorm.
That's right.
Yeah, you remember Zodium. Yeti, you know Yeti Zodium too. It's been a long time.
Zodium probably was drunk when I met you.
Yeah.
I apologize.
yeah, you were.
For absolutely nothing, my friend. How you doing?
Just like me, I'm gonna try to work on that shit. Oh man.
What a nasty build from Dark. He's just like, oh, you're doing this again? I'll do this.
Wow, we're actually towing a decent viewership tonight still. I got rated earlier, but I had a 2-minute delay, and usually when you add that shit and you get rated, you lose everybody. But man, thank you guys for hanging out. I probably jinxed it now. But
now everybody leaves.
All right, I guess I'll take it this time. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner, Dragon Scales, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. Little interesting twist there. It is dark in the red.
In the bottom right corner of the map, spawning is the blue Protoss player. It is Classic.
All right. Had a little cheese the Protoss last game.
It's so hard for me not to say SK Telecom T1 Classic because he was that for so many years.
That is,
Like
well,
for SK
you do go
Telecom.
back. That is funny. Going back the old days of StarCraft, and he was there for a while. Quite a while.
Classico. We should call this Night Arc build the Night Arc. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
what we should call it is the every diamond Zerg on NA build.
Yeah, except for theirs are more wild, But yeah, they will actually do a lot of that,
They're not quite as good. But
Yeah. I mean, that could even be the other ones. I've had times where it was the snipers.
I worked night shift for all of about 2 weeks one time, and I said to hell with that.
Oh, yeah, let's see here. All right, so looks like the third hatch is going down. We got a core going down. Nexus as well. Another gas going down for Classic. Looks pretty standard from both players for this game. I don't think we're going to see a Nidus this game. Well, yet. You could still see one.
In chat.
We should call this the Nidark build. True.
No, the one he just put.
Oh. Minus Dave after 10.5 beers. Ah, zing. Aaronanek. How you doing? Aaronanek's here, too. What up, Aaronanek? Classic Dave. I love it.
I already like Aaronanek just because of that comment. I don't know who I was watching, but somehow I think
you've probably met him in Atlanta, too. Aaronanek casts a bunch of stuff, but he's a really nice guy. He wears a hat like me. He's got a mustache and beard, a little longer hair than me. Really nice dude. Really fun guy, too.
By the way, guys, interesting tidbit. Dave is taller in person than I thought he would be. I don't know why. I thought you would be really short, and you're not.
Yeah, tall enough that I'd probably be taller, too, as everybody observed, too. If I had better posture and didn't have a freaking curved spine, too.
Hey, you just gotta puff that chest out. That's all it is.
Yeah, and then I think I need more than that or lately. But anyway, you know what, Yeti? I'm glad you're here because we can talk about some other shit. We got Lings looking for proxies and oracles. I like Dark's positioning, but nothing too crazy.
We got a Roach Warren coming down.
Yeah, it looks like Dark. Yes, sirree. That is.
I wonder if he does a Queen Walk this game with roaches.
He pulls a Lambo. Yeah, he better have a layer if he does that now. I've seen people do it with mixed success, but usually you want that those creeper lords. Okay, quick third base. It looks like it is going to be the hero build again. See, that's the only thing is I think sometimes Classic's fallen into the trap of always doing the hero build.
Yeah, he's done the same build, basically. It's like he has two variations. He either goes glaive or he goes right into blink.
So even if I get mad at the Zerg Cabal, right? I am a big fan of the fact that we have a patch, the fact that we see some changes, because we already finally saw some changes from the last patch settling in and people change it, because still, even on this one, we're still going to see things come out, which we weren't seeing because every goddamn pro game was pretty much one of two things. It was Void Rays versus Queen Walks, or it was Glaive Adepts was the big exception. You know what I mean?
Dave, Garg's doing the Warlock build, by the way.
Oh, man. Yeah, pretty much the Warlock build. He's done 3 hatch. The Warlock.
He's going to morph in a few Ravagers, I think, and I think he's going to go for it.
The only good thing with this is it takes longer for Ravagers to morph by like 6 seconds, but it's not.
I think that's I actually like that change, though. I think as far as like the cheesy stuff goes, I like it.
It's supposed to be for immediate defense too. It was the intention.
Yeah, well, it's like, oh, here's my fallback. If my roach gets down to low health, I just remake it with a Ravager with full health really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many forms of what we'd call the Warlock build, but there's so many players that have some. Renegade actually had a build for years, apparently, that was pretty much like the Warlock build.
Ghost!
Which Renz was like,
how you doing, buddy?
What up, Ghosty?
Ghost, one of my oldest friends on here. Love Ghost.
Oh my god, look at this. All sorts of damage being done. Oh my god, 4 workers, more workers. Rav getting done.
The Void Ray's out though now that the Void Ray is out. I think this hatchery, or not hatchery, what do I call it? Nexus is going to die. But, hold up, Ravager's morphing in might not be the best call right here.
Well, he does, it is the thing, is he's droned up a little behind this. Void Ray is going to get out of harm's way. So, what sucks about this for Protoss and how Dark does this build versus the Warlock build, Warlock's build is way more all-in than Dark's. Like, it's not all in, but he can macro out of it.
Well, yeah, Warlock's pretty much all in.
This is a 3 hatch build, so he's like, it's just as cheesy, but we can macro behind it, so get wrecked, Protoss.
I love that he's keeping this pack of Lings just hovering around it. They don't have to do anything, they're just threatening. Yeah, so you kind of have to keep making it to this point. It's going to be really hard to retake a 3rd Nexus fast.
Yeah, I do like this Void Ray going out trying to get some presence. Because usually with a build like this, actually, he needs to get some work done because there's not the thing with builds like these and like as you say, the Warlock build as we call it, is there's not a lot of queens.
No.
So
You have to cut something.
But you have to micro the hell out of the Void Ray because it's about little damage you get and little hull damage you take. Oh my god, a corrosive bile! A set of corrosive biles killed the Oracle. That's crazy. Dark is so good.
He's down. He has no oracles left, right? He made 2.
Yeah, I think that's the end. Yeah, both of them are dead.
He's all smoked. So that's all. Basically, all the pressure is going to, map pressure is going to come down to this Void Ray being alive. He's basically just sitting back, and Dark can just drone up at this point.
Now, don't feel as bad when people give me shit. Dave, why don't you build Void Rays? Every pro Protoss player we watch never will go back into it after because you don't want to bait out the Hydras, especially now with the muscular augments buff and etc. At the same time, like, I almost feel like building another, like, one thing you could do because you've been economically fucked with, you're trying to tech up, is build 1 Void Ray. They're more expensive now, but just getting 2 Void Rays out, even for defensive purposes or picking off units on the side, scouting, you could even bait Hydras and then go into Storm. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think that defensively they're a great option, especially against like Roach attacks and Roach follow-ups. They're invaluable. But
they're not good against Roach all-ins, though.
Too many, if you
I will say
that. You've cost yourself a Robo. You've cost yourself a follow-up.
Yeah, and let's be real, Void Rays are... It's a ridiculously silly before the patch. Watching Void Rays against Hydras, I'm sorry. That's just Kirktown for Hydras. It takes like 2 Void Rays to kill a Hydra, it feels like.
By the way, Dark is doing my worst nightmare. He has Nidus Worm Swarm Host, and this is going to not be fun at all.
It's scouted though, but it's not gonna matter.
It's not gonna be fun at all for Classic.
Wait, he's got Storm! He's got Storm! Pull the boys, he pulls the boys, get some good Storms.
Good Storms.
Oh my god, that's about as good as defense as you could have had, Yeti.
Yeah, it is.
He saved like all the probes, basically, but there's another one. That's the problem with this stuff.
The thing is, with Nidus Worms and Swarm Host, the Swarm Host becomes 10 times better.
Well, this Void Ray's paying dividends, because look at this.
He's gonna get it.
Hopefully he kills this Overseer. And it looks like Classic's scouting for it, doesn't find it yet. Come on.
Wings on the production tab.
Wings are smart.
Blood in the water, but I
think Lings are smart. There's a lot of High Templar, but not... It's mostly Stalker, and there's no... Well, there is Blink, but I wouldn't hate charge with this. Another Knight is coming in. Classic didn't find the Overseer, but he's now...
Remember, two of those storms were spent on the Locust.
Yep.
So, that's -2 storms for the all-out fight. Oh, he stormed his own units. Oh, no!
Oh! Another Storm Coated Clutch, but I think these Lings are going to live for a while. Use battery overcharge at the front. Yeti, this is not looking too good.
This is not looking good for Classic. He actually stormed a lot of his Stalkers there. That's why they're so low.
He had to, though. He literally had to.
He had to.
That's literally your only option, because it's better than losing the High Templar, I guess. He didn't, like, kill the Stalkers, but definitely... Oh, no, a storm on the...
That was a good storm.
Yeah, good storm on probably not the greatest units to get when you got Locust behind it, but still, I'm with you.
Back, good storm again. Again, Classic is taking about the best fights he could, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Dark just has too much tankiness. He can sustain this fight.
Now you're going to laugh, but what I would have liked to see in there, and I know it's easier said than done, he's being patient and calm. I know he doesn't have the numbers, but a lot of the army supplies tied up in Swarmos. A blink forward, an aggressive blink forward would have actually been good because it could have body blocked the Roach Rav a little bit. And he has 2 Immortals. So if he choked them up, that would have taken care of a lot of the Roach Rav because obviously he's not going to rebuild the Swarm Host. He's going into Lurkers, which now it's extra scary. It's a 4-base or a 3-base Protoss at this late in the game.
This is going to be so tough to hold without tankiness. His whole army is so squishy.
Ooh, the Locust! And the Ling Roach Ravager. Oh, 2 High Templars falling. Yeah, that's rough.
Dark is actually microing this very well preserved. He's not overcommitting. He's just waiting for that next thing to come in. He's not overcommitting.
Yeah, and it's gonna be
He's
another
actually
wave.
Going for Hydras. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Lurker in being thrown down too.
Oh, the lurker's already out. He's got adaptive talents on the way, my
Does
friend.
he? Oh
yeah,
shit! I haven't seen it.
Yeah, he got his hive. He's been macroing behind this. He's been teching up behind this. He's been upgrading behind this.
Only on 68 drones too, so his army supply is ridiculous.
Yeah, he just sniped the Templar archives, and these gates are starting to fall through these locusts. Another knight is coming in, and that's going to be lurkers. I guarantee it. And there's no observer, I don't think. No, not an observer. Nidus is going to fall, but
I don't want to call a classic out, but this is
it's pretty.
It's 5 base served with pretty good saturation and really good tech.
Versus I lost my Templar archives, which was my only tech.
Oh, he's going to go up into the main with these locusts. They're going to be able to get some production at least.
More production. Yeah, he got 2 gates and a Templar archive.
He can just target pylons. This would actually be huge. Look at classic supply. He's just going to be super supply block. Yep, that's the right move.
Yeah, there's a warp prism, but that ain't going to do you no good with not much production or supply. And you already are at a disadvantage for units. This is greasy play from Dark.
Dark is the way he's playing seems to be countering like just the opener classic does. It's like I know
there's a lot
and what you're doing. You're not mixing it up, so I'm gonna take advantage of it.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, every build has its counters. Sometimes there are build order counters. Period. Like opening Stargate against Protoss can set you up, even if you're doing whatever with it. Sets you against certain.
Oh my god, he's gonna get the Stargate too if he target fires it. That Stargate will 100% go down if he target fires it.
GG.
Yep. GG.
It isn't this magic catch-all, like, it saves the day for all things for Protoss. Like, in any matchup. It's literally like, you're vulnerable to...
The hero build is basically built on being able to get aggressive with gateway units later, and you basically take the tempo advantage.
Mm-hmm.
If you're forced back into your base...
You're fucked.
You don't have any high-tech units. You're basically stuck with, like, pure blink stalker against...
Ironically, Eddie, it's kind of like where I fall in my thing too, where I've been adapting my DT play against Zerg. And I've been seeing other people too, but where I got my ideas were from like Max Packs and some other players when you throw it in, because people are starting to do it. But even Max Packs, a lot of the Protoss are all doing like the hero build openers. But why they'll change it up for that reason. Why usually I'll like say it's DT openers or like glaive openers or hell blink openers. You have a little bit of a tech switch quicker available to you. The only downside, and I mean, but we usually see even in pro games, a lot of people forget about. It seems like they forget about the fact that they have Stargate when they're in an even pace or a roughly even pace, and don't build like Stargate units or get into a fleet beacon earlier, or they will get into the fleet beacon and forget that they had a robo and could have went that tech path, because of the hero build. So like. As the game's earlier on, you're disadvantaged to quite a few things, you know what I mean? As we saw. But you're advantaged to a lot too, because you have good information from the oracles. But it's now it's actually
not that it's a bad opener, it's just that at the highest level of play like this is, there are counters.
Yeah.
All right. In the bottom right corner of the map, as the Red Zerg player, he's up 2-1. It is Team Dragon Phoenix Gaming's Dark.
And his opponent in the upper left. I believe he's currently teamless. He's blue. He's got cheesed by the Zerg. Give it up for Classic. All right.
I mean, at this point, if you're Classic, we gotta do something a little different. Just a little different.
Oh, absolutely.
I think.
Absolutely.
Wow, that shows you how small this map actually is, or like the rush is a little bit different. He wasn't even able to block the hatchery with the probe.
Yeah. Yeah, these maps, some of them are pretty big, or they're...
That is a huge ramp, by the way, or a huge natural entrance. That is...
It's still walls, but it's like, it's gigantic. Yeah, it's
what
like
do you
literally...
have to wall that, though? That has to be...
It's 2 gates and a core, but it's linear. It has to be linear.
Oh, wow.
Which linear wall, you know what I'm saying? That leaves you to some disadvantages too when it's straight, like still a 1 hex, whatever. But
Well, the good thing is Classic knows he's not getting like early pulled or anything like that, so he doesn't have to like panic and throw down a gateway in the wall. So,
I should say it's vertical. My bad, but you know what I've said that before, and somebody corrected me. But
actually, linear still wouldn't be technically incorrect. It has to be in a straight line.
Yep. So, I think we're still going to see Stargate, but I hope Classic changes it up this game, because this is match point.
You know what I'd like to see, Dave? And I'm going to be crazy. I'd like to see an old Zest build. I'd like to see multiple Void Rays after the Oracle, and just fucking go ham on them. That's what I'd like.
You want to see like double Stargate? People still do it sometimes. People still do it sometimes. Not as often anymore, but that would be a good...
I don't think it's a bad build. I really don't. And as long as you have like charge or something for your gateway units to have some beefiness. It's
either that or you go Void Ray Disruptor. And now the funny thing is, Yeti, it's funny, as we've been doing this, and I haven't had as much chance of a chance to ladder. When I had, I've been like, yeah, I dumpstered MMR, this, that, whatever. But I'm doing all right on EU, which is EU inflated Kappa. Like you were saying, but still, like realistically.
easy.
Thing is actually after a while, I was like, it's not that much. It depends your luck, because I also...
EU is also much more BM than NA, and I never thought I'd say that, but they BM a lot more.
I actually was starting to hit higher ranked players on unranked on EU than I was on NA. Like I was at high, like when I had more MMR in NA than on my EU, which was higher. I was like, what? We're getting back to 5+K players again over here. Oh. Void Ray opener, we might see it, Yeti. We might see it.
I think he's gonna cheeky it up a little bit. I'm not saying he goes double Stargate,
but he might build a couple voids, yeah.
I think we might. I'm gonna be crazy here. I think we might actually see charge first out of the Twilight.
That would be sick. If we see Void Ray charge, I'd be happy. But even the hero build on its own, like a lot of people they'll never deviate from Blink.
Oh, I like this. He's going Oracle after. He can actually. Well, he missed that Overlord, but he's going to actually be able to snipe 2 of these Overlords.
That's actually smart that he went out, because if you do it to the first one, usually by the time your Void Ray goes in, well, this map's big, it would have caught both.
Guess what? That's 2 dead Overlords.
Yeah, for sure. Not quite paying itself out. Like, Void Rays are expensive enough now where it's basically got to get like 4, but still.
And we have a supply block incoming. Very bad for Dark. It's going to be a pretty bad one.
Oh yeah, that's huge. That is huge. And he is going right into the Twilight, of course. Going into the hero build third base. Oracle pushing out. Void Ray staying home defensively. I actually wouldn't have hated if he pushed out with a Void Ray 2 on another side.
Sure.
Because you can even get drone damage, even if it's a little bit of drone damage.
And scouting. You also get scouting from 2 different angles. Yeah, I like that. No hull damage yet on this Oracle. If he can just get out, there we go. That's not bad.
Yeah, no, he's looking pretty good. He just took like 1 spine. That's it. It was 3 HP.
All right, so it's looking more like it's going to be Blink. The Glaive, whoa. He's going way off the rails. Okay.
Yeah, we've seen him do this build before. We'll see if it works out this time. Dark going for +1 melee. I think this, if I'm not mistaken, I think this was what we saw in game 1. Yeah, we're getting the Baneling Nest. This is what we saw in game number 1. Where he went resonating glaives.
Did Dark see the glaive again?
No, he didn't, but he's going to lose the Oracle. I think we saw that in game number 1 too, actually, though.
And that's the only Oracle he made. He went Void Ray to 1 Oracle and then cut Stargate production. So he has basically no vision now on the map.
Graf Samad, who let that happen, he was voted in. Aaron and Heck. And mod, unmod. I've not even unmodded the people I'm supposed to unmod. And some of them I probably won't.
Dave, you're just too nice.
Yeti, I need to remember after we're done with this to tell you so. Oh my gosh, good catch. Based Aaron and Neck.
You gotta tell me something. Oh
yeah. Nah, it was stupid bullshit. But... Oh wow, Adept's actually target firing the Banes. And he gets all the Banes.
This is horrible for Classic, though.
I mean, but still, he didn't want to lose all his Adept. He actually traded better than he would have. And he, oh yeah, he did.
He made it in the main. That's the thing. Can he get drones right here?
Well, he's killing a lot of lost mining time. He's getting 5. He saved the Adepts, and then there's more coming in. Okay, the more coming in is good.
And that's the end of that.
8 workers. He's killing like little stuff. A spore. Okay, if Class is the kind of player that never
actually hesitated just a little bit with sending the wings back. I think he could have stopped this a little faster. He kind of was a little bit hesitant to do so. Oh, good choke point for the Adepts.
But he's not hitting the lings, but still, there's a lot of lost mining time. Let's look at the income graph.
Classic turned that into a really decent trade. And he's all is considered.
Like, I mean, it's not just me. Like, think of like, I can think of like semi-pro players or like pro players on the lower cusp, and you'll see adept stuff happen, and you'll see maybe some tech and stuff. But Classic was actually macroing behind this. He got a 4th base. He's been building probes. He's been teching up behind all that. So that lost mining time was huge.
It's actually costing him a little. If he can get that drone, that would be nice.
Well, look, it cost him a lot, and it's even trades. But 61 lings were done. He actually killed Banes in process, which was better than he could have lost those adepts to Banes if he didn't do that. So I personally don't hate it yet.
And the great thing is he has his tech going up. Storm is almost done. He's got another base pretty much done. I think Classic's he's in a much better spot than he's been in the last 2 games. He's not on the defensive, he's on the offensive.
Yeah, the only thing he didn't get for a guy that doesn't usually tech robo and stuff, he didn't get blink. He didn't get charge.
He never got blink?
Nope, or charge. Blink would be better, obviously. He did scout out the roach form, but I think
I'm sure he'll get blink coming up, though. He's definitely got to get that. He's
still getting worker damage, though. So he's basically even out the worker damage, but secured his 4th base at a really good time. So economically, he's fine, and he can do whatever.
He's ahead.
This is a game I wish he did tech out and go into a Robo Bay or something. Hell, I know it sounds stupid. Colossi suck against roaches, but even if he went Colossi for the lings, he just storms for the lings, I know, and then went like, okay, I have some High Templar for storms, but used more Archons, because Archons are still pretty good against Roach Rav. With Immortals, especially, you know what I'm saying? Not, yeah, they're clunky and eat vials, but oh, look at that dead ling.
Well, the way Dark's been playing, with a kind of a ling-heavy follow-up from the Roaches, Colossus wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah. Gref in chat's like, I wish I could have played this. It's an easy tournament for cannons, because there's only 12 players. He's like, I would have made some money. Our 15-year-old cannon rusher from Ukraine, buddy.
You should change your name to Grief instead of Gref. He just cannon rushing people.
Yep. He causes a lot of grief.
Yep, a lot of grief.
Oh!
Oh.
Those High Templar looked in trouble if he wasn't paying attention.
One thing I'm going to say about Classic, his storms are always on point. They're like the best storms you could possibly land. He puts them down at the right time.
Well, now here's a tough spot. High Templar buffering out the Banes.
He sees it. He doesn't have anything to defend his base. Good warp in. Good warp in.
Still,
that's going to be minimal damage, I think, on the Banes.
Nah, he split his probes, yeah.
Minimal. That's minimal.
Comparatively, yeah. Oh, that 4th base is going down to the 5th. It's done. And Blink is not done yet. That's a problem. If he had Blink, he could Blink on top of the shit.
I think he forgot it, honestly.
Yeah, I do too. Well, he was so aggressive with the fact that he was able to macro that well yet is actually
he got
impressive.
Everything else, but I think he did let that slip. It's just one small mistake, but
still, look at this Bane bust on 2 fronts. And the workers are just coming into position, and he's out of position. Oh, no.
Is he paying attention? Is he paying attention? Oh, they go by.
Yeah, but there's 2 fronts. This is a lot of ling run by Bane bust and Bane's.
Oh, he's got to expertly split these. He's not doing it. Oh.
Well, no, yeah, but he's pushing out is why. Like, Dark has to defend too is the only other thing. So as much as Classic lost his entire economy.
Wow, these storms are fucking massive.
Classic does have a pretty big army supply.
It's Archon time, baby.
It's about keeping these High Templar alive and the war. Wait, did the War Prism die? Yeah, the War Prism died.
He just fucking lost that to a vial. Oh, my God.
That sucks. He really needed that War Prism with this.
Probably. I hate to say it. That's probably it. He has no reinforcements here.
Yeah, he had to split against.
Down, he has 29 probes. I mean, yeah, it's dark.
Well, GG. That's it.
Well played by Dark. Well played. I think Classic had a really good shot in that game. I think, like we said, though, I think he just, out of all the stuff he did well, I think he did forget Blink for a little bit.
Yeah. That he did.
467 APM. Holy hell.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy stuff.
Well, that's going to do it. Dark takes it 3-1. He is your ESL champion for the week.
And there's only one more to go before I am Katowice for Asia. And is there one or two more for Americas? I am too lazy to look. So
Should just be one more.
I think it's one more. Yeah, because there's 160 is coming up for Americas next, and then there's 161. So there's going to be.
Oh, so are they going to do it on like the weekdays, like a Monday or Tuesday?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And that be it. And I'm going to wait for the stream to catch up, and I am going to raid train Reno. Trisha Payne. Now we can talk whatever, Yeti, because by the time this comes up, I'm going to be raided out. I'm just waiting for it to go. Actually, Yeti, do you want to say anything before that? And I'll wait for that, too.
I want to say thank you to everyone that watched. Hope you guys had a good time. We had a great time. And thank you, Dave, for letting me cast with you.
Oh, hell yeah. And you know what else? It's Kirktown.
That's right. Never forget that.
Yeah, never forget that it's Kirktown. So we'll wait 2 minutes from there. Now you and I can talk about whatever. I'm going to try to give it that amount of time.